don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Good morning, motherfuckers.
Good morning, everyone. The disappointment that I feel inside my soul right now is like, are you ready, Phil? I say yes. He makes this weird face. He says, put on your headphones. Something new in the intro. I said, what is it? Wait and see. So he just hits a hype button like a fucking dime store DJ while he's wearing a fucking Guess crossbody. Are you doing it again?
Yes.
I mean, there's a time and place for it, but it's not right now. Welcome to the morning show, everybody. It's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday?
Yes,
It's Wednesday. We
it
were
is.
off Friday because it was La Fête Nationale, a day that's normally spent doing not a lot. Everything is closed and all the French Canadians go to Plattsburgh. As did I. I had some delicious Chick-fil-A. It was lovely. And then I went to Target.
Oh, you had Chick-fil-A?
I had Chick-fil-A.
Oh, how good is it?
Yo, I love their breaded, not the breaded ones, but
We're going to get to Chick-fil-A in a second, but we got to do the intro.
All right,
Where do they
fine,
find you? Balabanos.com.
This podcast, not sponsored by Chick-fil-A, but Chick-fil-A hit us up. I think we're right in your demo. My name is Phil Balabanos. You can check me out at balabanos.com, or you can
Anti-gay.
follow me on the... What?
Anti-gay.
No. Hey. Anti-hey.
Oh.
Anti-hey.
Anti-hi.
So you can check me out on the social medias at P Balabanos. That's my first initial and then my last name, if you were confused about the P. My name is Philippe. Hi. That's Poseidon, the Poseidon69 on every social media channel. He also has many a podcast, some of which are hosted on this very channel.
Yes.
It's not his channel. The channel belongs to another. One that will remain, well, named because that's the name of the channel. Pantelis Comedy. Go to panteliscomedy.com where you can find all the tour dates, all the big stuff going on this summer.
Yes.
A lot of shows. Big fucking hour in French
Don't forget,
coming.
yes, his hour in French.
You're not going to let me do it? Go ahead, do it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
fine.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want to do
No,
it.
go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You can see Pantelis doing his hour in French this summer. See, you ruined
Do you know
it.
the dates?
No, I don't know the fucking dates.
Why'd you cut me?
I know the dates are when I'm not here.
21st and 23rd of July, it's his hour in French. And then he's got his French Nasty show on the 28th of July.
Le Nasty.
Little Belle.
Le Rebelle.
The Rebels, Little Belle. Go get tickets while
they're gonna
available.
be so nasty in French, but you got to get your tickets now
Yes.
because they are going like hotcakes. Quite the lineup he has set up,
Yes.
and a special guest I heard.
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, you won't find out until you go, unless you go, I guess.
Unless you go,
Unless
yeah.
you go.
So-
Also, before we move on to the last bit, let's remember our fallen comrade George.
yes.
George isn't here with us today.
He went to go fight the Ukrainians.
No, he's
Oh, that's
he's playing Brossard Backyard Beach Time.
Oh.
I saw pictures of his pasty white hairy legs
Yeah.
in the grass near the pool. So George is hanging out by the pool, and
So he skipped the morning show
he
just
doesn't
to
give
chill
a
at
fuck.
the pool.
Yeah, it's pretty
bro,
fucked up, right?
I'm very upset right
I mean,
now.
if you guys aren't offended, I mean, as I am, by this heinous act of not give a fuckery, you can follow George. All the links are in the description. He has 2 podcasts, the Backstage podcast and Just Us Dads. That's when you hit
Chupapi.
That's when you hit the hype button. Yeah, whatever. He's such an idiot. And also support what's going on this channel. Go to patreon.com/Pantelis and you can join the Patreon. You can become a patron, if you will. It's not a tequila. It gives you early access. It gives you access not only early, but sometimes for certain shows, exclusive access. Things that don't appear to the general public, to the proles, only to the patrons. Right? So head over there and entering the studio like a whirlwind of hilarity. You like that, eh? As soon as he sits, do it. Except you didn't cut to him before you did.
I did.
Right?
I did.
Oh, okay.
It's just there's a delay.
Yeah, I know. I just fucking with him. He was so excited to show me this new thing he did, but it's just a hype button.
What thing?
No,
gotta
no.
wear your
I
headphones.
added the hype button to the
Talk
intro.
about the air horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So before starting
He's
the
like
morning,
a dime store DJ.
the morning song, I did, and then I started the song.
All right, it's overused. You gotta use it when
He's
there's
used it
a
at least,
moment.
I think his fingers hit it, I don't know, 47 times.
What news are you talking about, Mr. Newsman? You
We
talking
were
about Roe v. Wade?
We were doing no news. We were still doing plugs. It's
Terrible.
only...
Terrible. It's only 7 minutes in.
Yeah, well, he started late.
I didn't start late.
I don't know. Have we been going for 7 minutes?
Yes, we have actually.
If you hadn't interrupted me,
Nonsense.
I was trying to plug your hour.
Nonsense. My hour, July
We did that.
21st and 23rd, just for laughs, only in French. Just put it.
Yes.
Links.
We
Go to my website to get links.
did all that. Don't
Okay,
worry.
so we did all that.
So
Poseidon,
what's the deal with Roe v. Wade?
See.
Why did this even come up again?
Roe v. Wade, Paul versus Fury. All the
Oh,
big
God.
fights are happening this summer. Roe v. Wade. Well, the thing is, it's also misleading. I thought abortion was just made like illegal. That's not what happened. Like what the Supreme Court decision does is on a federal level.
Yeah.
It says basically, this is where we stand. States, you could do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, the states that were already, they're just going to keep doing what they're doing.
The only difference now is that the states that were doing whatever they wanted.
Can charge you because it's against the federal law. It's like what they
Exactly.
were doing when they decriminalized in some states marijuana sales. Do you remember? But they like Colorado. So even though those marijuana shops were making money, they couldn't put them in the bank because technically the federal government could have come in anytime
Yeah,
and
and
seized
taken
them.
it, right.
So it's again that.
I don't. It's not exactly the same situation in terms of the reach of the government here because
Well, the federal government
How
has the
would
same
you-
reach all the time.
no. I mean, okay, so here, hypothetically, but here's the example. I'm trying to understand it. That's why.
Yeah.
So let's say you live in what's a good state? I don't know.
Texas.
Fucking Texas.
Great state.
No, a good state for this example.
Texas
Is
is a good state.
Texas, what's
they're
their
against
abortion? Okay, so no abortions in Texas.
No abortions in
But you
Texas.
live in
Actually,
Texas.
you have 6 weeks.
Okay, but
Let's search all
let's
this
just
up.
simplify this for this. I'm trying to understand what's going on.
You have 6 weeks in Texas?
Yep.
Oh, that's more than reasonable. Sorry, Texas. I was about to talk a lot of shit, but 6 weeks is, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I
Go
can't, I
on.
can neither confirm nor deny this time
Yeah,
frame.
if it's, I don't think it's
He
real.
just said a number.
yeah.
No, I searched it up.
He may have switched up. He's been very serious about this. You
Yeah.
understand? Roe v. Wade has been his battlefield.
Why
like
is
he
that?
looked into it because he found out there was some disinformation in the beginning, and then he
Yeah.
doesn't like being misinformed anymore. He doesn't like being like the goof. So he went and
There is a lot of weird information going on.
yeah.
Going around.
Well, yeah,
So
I saw signs when it first happened. People were posting, "You're killing women," and I was like, "What is happening? Like, are they forcibly aborting people through the mouth? Like, what's the fuck's happening?" So then I looked into it. I was like, "Oh, okay, no, it's hyperbole."
I'm just trying to understand why this even came back up. Like I've never been able to
Oh, the Supreme
understand
Court is bringing back up a lot of stuff now. The guy
under the guise of like why are they doing it? Like
Because it was always there's stuff that's like Roe v. Wade. It was like an example case.
it's a precedent.
It's a precedent that was set, and it was it's not every state that's for or against. Everything's different. The
Yes.
Supreme Court said, okay, let's look and weigh in on this, so that there's a ruling
So
over
did
the
they
land.
do it because all the states have different opinions on this, or
They're allowed
something
to. I
brought
don't
it
know.
up?
I don't know who brought
I don't
it
know
up.
the actual.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who
origins,
brought it
'cause
up.
It's been going on for a while.
Yeah, I don't know who brought it up or why that matters. The
I'm not
fact
even
is
sure.
it happened.
Oh, I mean,
It's
why does
more
it
of-
matter? I was just curious as to how it
Oh
came
no, I
back
mean,
into the
yeah,
the
I don't
Supreme
know.
Court.
I don't know that was never in my like. I didn't care. Why? I was a little surprised, to be honest. Like, because again, since states have the only thing that really changed now is I think if you let's say you're having a baby with someone and you go get it aborted, technically they could sue you
I
because
don't
you
know.
didn't tell them something like that. That's what I was reading yesterday.
You're talking about paternal rights.
Yeah, like if you
We don't have those ever.
No, here I'm just saying
Ever.
that's what kind of changed if you're from a state that it's something. But in general, it looks like it's par for the course of what it used to be. Just that now officially you're gonna have to go to another state if you want to get an abortion.
Oh
One
no,
that,
you can't.
one that allows it.
I saw.
I think apparently you have to do like a negative. You have to
Do a negative COVID test.
No, a pregnancy test, and if it's negative, this is I don't know how true that is.
I don't. You're just talking out
Pregnancy
your ass
test
now.
is negative, then
You're
not
not pregnant. You don't
no,
need to
but
abort
you
anything.
have to get, like if you.
I'll let him go. I want to see where
I
this
want to hear
goes.
what this is.
I read this online somewhere. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
it justice. Basically, what you have to do is if you're pregnant, and you come back and you're not pregnant and you got aborted, you could get like in some states you could get like.
You think that they're gonna
What is
test
he saying?
people when they fly out if they're pregnant or not?
I guess. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
you misunderstood or someone's
No.
talking shit. There's no way they're gonna start pregnancy
I
testing
think
people.
someone was talking shit.
Yeah, every time you're going on a plane, they're like, "Please pee on this. Get out of here, bro. It's not gonna happen."
I don't know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I don't know what you're
I don't
saying.
know.
But I
think
swear to
maybe-
God, I saw this.
I don't
Well,
know
I'll
what
tell you
you
why
saw.
we can't find common ground. I was talking about some intellectuals comes out tomorrow because both sides are extremists and they're all they're all
go.
full of shit. No one's saying the honest truth. So, for example, on one side, it's like they're saying, "Oh, it's because of religion." They're saying it's because God said that you think it's a baby because God said or whatever. First of all, I haven't heard the God thing yet. But it's like, well, now because now they're arguing about when it's a baby or what. So now again, you're playing semantics. You're like,
Yeah.
it is. That's why you're aborting. It is a baby. Admit it is a baby. Like, yeah, it is a baby. However, these are the cases where we'd like to have abortion, for example.
Sure.
Because then the other side goes, they're using it as a method of contraception. Like chicks are just having it because they don't want to use condoms. I think that's a small. He was reading into it. It's a small percentage
Very
of people
small.
that go get aborted because they're like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I didn't use a condom and this happened. It's a small. There's other underlining reasons that are
Yeah,
bigger
obviously. I
percentages.
mean,
that-
there's a percentage, but it's small. Yeah.
but it's small percentage. You can't say that everybody who's getting an abortion, it's because they don't know condoms exist. Like it's an over. So both sides are oversimplifying and shit. So you can never
I
find
actually
common
wonder
ground.
what the data would.
Oh, he had
the
in
data
the
set
States.
of,
He had for the U.S. He had
of-
percent.
under a certain age. Like let's set an age
I
of
don't know
20
the
years
age
old,
thing.
right?
Oh, I don't know about
and
the
see
age.
how much of it is just young girls being irresponsible with young boys being
Well,
irresponsible.
most
There's always
abortions-
going to be cases of irresponsible, like
no, of
always.
course. I just wanna
but it's
know-
not the vast
I'd love to
majority.
know.
What was the vast majority?
I don't know the percentage of the age thing, but I saw most abortions happen, I think, between 14 to 24 or something.
Years old?
Yeah.
That's pretty young if that's the majority.
14.
Yeah, 14 to or 16.
That was okay. That
It
may
was
have
in-
been a
it
mistake.
was-
yeah.
it was in the
14.
teens.
It doesn't seem like you're like I'm having a baby.
it was in the mid-teens to mid-20s, let's say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I have another thing. If in the States that's completely you can't, they're very taboo on the sex.
Yeah.
I said it, but they're not going to do it. Since you're doing this and you don't want unwanted pregnancies or people trying to abort themselves doing stupid shit dangerous, are you going to start offering?
doing the abortion. I thought
Yeah,
they were trying
yeah,
to abort
abort
themselves.
themselves.
I'm like, that's called suicide.
Are you going to start handing out condoms and doing better sex education?
Sorry, I just.
I don't think they are. So
But
aren't
in
you gonna double up the issue?
Here's the thing: in some counties where they're not very religious, yeah, they're gonna do that. They're gonna give condoms. They're gonna do proper sex
I
education.
mean, religion definitely comes into play, but I don't know
Yeah.
if it's as big of a factor as people think. But I just can't. Sorry,
No,
I'm
religion
sorry
had
to go
nothing
off
to do
on
with
a
the
tangent.
decision. The decision
No,
had to
no,
do
no.
with the decision had to do with liberty, like the rights of where does your right end and the other person that can't defend themselves begin. That's always been the sticky part. That's why some of this shit is very difficult, even like in law. Because like, God damn it, are we going to decide by definition of what? That's when it starts. Like, there's that woman. You saw the woman with the big belly that at the protest that wrote "Not a human yet." She's like 8 months pregnant and it wrote "Not a human yet" on her belly. It's like that's gonna be a terrible mom. Like that's extreme.
Yeah.
That's the complete other
What
extreme
side
side.
was she just being sarcastic?
No, she
Like,
was.
was
she
she
was
for-
pro-abortion, and she
Okay.
was not yet. This is not yet a human, and she was like out there, like it was out. And it's like, okay, bro, that's
That's
like,
fucked up.
There's kids
It-
that are born 7 months like into
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
or
yeah, absolutely.
So, but that's the problem is that's what we see. Like when I saw that, I knew right away that's an extreme case.
I've always
It's not
believed.
everyone.
I mean, maybe this is an oversimplification.
But that's what both sides do is they show
Yeah.
the extreme and they go, look, she's crazy. She thinks that's not a baby. That's one person. And then the other side is like, look, it's because of religion. They want
yeah.
they want to force everyone to get raped and pregnant, which is not, nobody said
No.
that either. It's that's why
I've
they
always
can't
had
find
a hard
common
time
ground.
understanding
Yeah. If-
why this needs to be like, to me it's a medical decision, right? I don't know if you disagree with me, but like it's a medical decision, right? It should be looked at by physicians and the mother or the
Look,
couple,
I think-
and a decision should be made, right? In 99% of cases, right?
Yeah.
But the idea that it's this big legislative conversation where laws need to be put, it makes me wonder less about the system, more about people. Like, how many fucking abortions are are happening on the willy-nilly that this needs to be like
in the
so
US,
strict?
it's,
I really
In
wonder.
the U.S., the numbers are high.
27% of the pregnancies.
Yeah, that's
Is that a real number?
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna, for the sake of this show,
I
I'm gonna
took-
assume that it's a,
Yeah,
a
no,
true
he was
number.
bringing up
I took the actual. What I did was I took the pregnancies.
27% of pregnancies
of,
are aborted.
on
That's what you're
20
saying?
in 2020.
in
Just
2020.
2020.
But I made a joke about how 2020 was kind of a year where you're like, I don't need to bring you into this world.
Yeah. I can
But
see that. I
like,
keep thinking of Poseidon finding like someone dead and going, they left an abortion note from that thing before. I don't know why.
I think that
Oh God.
I think that if the baby is going to come out like very heavily, like with issues,
Yeah,
like,
I don't care what you think. I'm not attacking you. I mean, that's
But that goes back to what I just said. It's a
none of
medical issue.
Yeah, it's a medical issue, but none of
Yeah.
that matters because I don't think the issue was never because if it's a even in Texas, if it's like a medical, if the mom's in danger, this and that, it's a no question. They abort it. The question now is to what end, like to what's the limit time frame that you could get an abortion and for reasons. So now the fight is no reasons or there's some reasons. That's the whole fight. It's like, no, you don't need. You want to get an abortion, you get an abortion. And the other side is, no, you need like some kind of valid reason, like you were raped. So that was the argument, and it came down to this. But that's the problem with extremism. That's why you need to meet in the middle, so everything makes sense and it's normal. So people that need access to it, even if it's not life or death, but for some other reason, there's access to it and it's safe. Because or else you're kind of putting.
I keep seeing memes.
Like let's say you don't want to abort the fetus, right? I understand babies' rights and all that. I get it. But then at the same time, if the girl's gonna get it anyway, and you're not giving her the option of a safe way to do it, now you're putting her. It's already dangerous.
the other
Abortions.
fucked up
That's
thing,
something that we don't talk about. Abortions
Are dangerous.
very bad for women. It's not good. So already at the best clinics, it's already dangerous. So now what you're doing is
depending on what stage of the pregnancy.
the
Early
later,
on, it's quite safe.
Yeah, the later. That's why I'm saying the late term up to 9 months thing is fucking insane for moral reasons and for danger reasons. But so now she's gonna get an abortion anyway, right? So you have the choice. You're gonna make it easier on her, try to make it a little bit safer, or make it super hard. So now the kid's number one gone is getting aborted, and two now you're putting her at risk too. So now you have two citizens that you're putting at severe risk. One is for sure is more than risk. He's dead. But the other one is so that's the other thing. Is like now is this really gonna help anything? If somebody's gonna do it, they're gonna go do it. Why add more danger? That's the other argument. It's
another stat you may enjoy, Phil. 90%
might I?
of the abortions are
many
done.
percent?
Also, 90% of them are done in the first trimester. So
and sex education because I saw that
I mean,
it's
that's a good statistic at least.
Sex education, by the way, because I saw it was a comment in topic. I've already spoken with Texans about. I've spoken with friends of the states. It's nowhere near. Even the rest of Canada is nowhere near the level of Quebec.
No, Quebec
is
is
its own
top notch.
Yeah. Quebec is its own thing. Quebec makes all of the U.S. sex education wise look like Alabama 100 years ago.
this is the only place you can get a sexology degree.
Yeah.
in North
Here
America.
it is.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to
here
God.
it's on another level.
And it's one school.
Yeah.
Really?
In Montreal. You
I
can.
should have been a sexologist.
Even the shittiest.
That's a good title. You put that on a business card, sexolog.
Yeah, even the shittiest schools here, you can like the shittiest high schools. You can go to the nurse and get anything and ask her, and they'll give you whether it's condoms or you need this or you think you have an STD. Like they'll hook you up with everything.
Absolutely.
So they try to avoid that shit. And I think our abortion rates had dropped. He was the one that was telling me this like years ago when they started change. Like
I feel like you're probably right based on circumstantial evidence, but you're probably right. But I don't know.
I actually looked at it.
Yeah.
What's funny is the population.
What scares me is that he's the one checking this data.
Yes, but I
no,
actually
but also
looked at
his
it seriously.
girlfriend is a sexologist.
Yeah,
Girlfriend's a sexologist?
Well,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
studying in sexology.
Yeah.
She
So
Is
finished
that why you knew that?
a bachelor in
Yeah.
psychology and
But I even told him one time we were in the car and I even told him, I go, you don't think Quebec is fucking crazy? Quebec's the only place you could be a sexologist. And then he's like, oh yeah. I was like, bro, it's not a real job.
is-
It's only a real
I
job
did
here.
not know she was studying to be a sexologist.
Okay.
Okay, interesting.
Why would that?
I mean,
He didn't say bad or right, he just said
it explains.
why would
it
it-
actually paints a picture for me. Like it explains a lot about what's happening.
He's a test case.
She's
Oh,
clearly,
fuck off, fuck.
clearly, yeah.
I knew you guys. Go fuck yourselves,
She's
you
like,
bastards.
I must embed myself within this.
For my thesis, I say what it's like to fuck retard.
go fuck yourself.
Very sexy.
Why is
Very sexy.
Why is she
Slow.
Ukrainian?
Slow in answer, slow in coming, slow.
Slow and coming is good though.
Yeah, that's why.
I love
That's
that that's all
why.
he
The
took away from
benefits
it.
of retard.
No, I was thinking more like she's like a Jane Goodall studying the sexual habits of the Grecopithecus.
But this is such a why it's complicated is again because no one wants to it, but it's all
Malaka.
it's very very crazy and very very delicate
Yeah.
as a subject.
It
but
is.
it's the hyperbly that sucks.
But-
like I
But
said,
that's,
like,
that's the case for everything.
I saw a girl with a sign that said, "You have more rights now in North Korea," or as no, you don't.
That's false.
You
That's
goddamn
completely
don't.
false.
Don't say shit like that. That's fucking crazy.
You know what upsets me like the most, and I hate to take it back to this because I understand that this is a very important issue. all the people who are screaming about self-determination for your bodily choices were the same people yelling at me to get 5 doses.
Yeah,
Bro,
there you
not
go.
just that. I made the same argument.
Like,
Bro, there was
it's
a march.
upsetting. It's upsetting.
There was a march, and some of the people weren't allowed because you had to have the and to go to the meeting, you had to have the vaccine pass. And then someone was tweeting about it. They go, "You don't see how ridiculous this is."
Wait, where?
Right in
Where?
the States.
Okay.
They go, "You don't see how ridiculous this is, right? Like you're saying we're for bodily
yeah.
autonomy, my body, my choice, but to come in here, you have to get that."
It's two
Like,
different.
it's
it's
what
two
are you
different
talking about?
Situations.
I think
that harken back to the exact same piece of law.
I would
or
like Gapes,
moral.
if Gapes knows, because he has like hard drives full
Yeah.
of data. I talked about this over a year and a half ago. I said this. I've said this on the morning show. I've said this on my podcast. I said, watch out for all the people that are saying,
Well, yeah, I remember
you
saying
have to
this.
get this and that, because the my body, my choice thing is going to come back and bite you in the ass. Because when they come and change things on you, you're going to be like, I shouldn't have taken that side. I should have left people decide. And now,
Except they're not.
less than a year later, it came back. Papa Pantelis was right. You give the government an inch, they will take a mile. It's either you stand for the liberty and autonomy of everyone around you, all your fellow citizens, or if you fuck them over so that you could join the Cool Kids Club for a few months, the Cool Kids Club is going to change.
But here's what's fun about this whole situation: the conspiracy
Oh, you see,
theories.
Gabe's members. He remembers. He's got the member berries.
The,
I told you guys. I see ridiculous things. I'm a ridiculous person,
You are.
right? But when I try to make a point, it comes from a place of maybe I'm not the smartest person in the room, but it comes from a point where I'm actually trying to think about it. And I told you they always do this. They always do
Absolutely.
this type of thing. And I'm not saying what they did was right or what they did was wrong. All I'm saying is what they did for me as a person of liberty. It's infringing a little bit. It's fucking infringing a little bit. And I know there's a gray area because, like, well, are you saying that the kid doesn't have rights and this and that? That's why I'm not getting into it, because they're both. I can't determine it. It's such a weird. It's so nuanced. It's one of those overlapping circles. My right and the kid's rights, and then but they're together.
Yeah,
You get
yeah,
it?
I see what you
So
mean.
it's so difficult. But don't trust the government is what I'm telling you. They will fuck you over every chance they
But
get.
take this for a second. So the same people who were saying what you were saying, I don't mean you. I mean people who are saying the exact same thing, saying next they're gonna come for whatever.
Yeah, they're coming for your
X,
wombs.
XYZ, right? They're like, they're doing this thing with the vaccines. They're forcing us for depopulation purposes, right? A lot of the conspiracy theorists believe it's that, right? I hate calling them that because who knows if they're right
But
or
we're
not.
already, for the record, we already are depopulating.
We are, I know.
By f-
but
they
but
don't
let me
need to
let
do
me get
anything
through
right
this.
now.
Let me get through this. So now those same people are saying, you see, except this has the opposite outcome.
Not really, because we're already depopulating, and a lot of there's a lot of issues. Have you seen this shit? Look that up. There's been a lot of issues with
Our population is going to be in
pregnancies
decline by
lately.
2030.
Really?
I don't know what it could be, bro. I think a good portion of it might be anxiety because people have been going through it.
Yeah.
And it's
Stress.
not.
It's been a rough
when you're
couple of
pregnant
years.
and you're
Stress is never good
stressed
for the
out,
baby.
it's not good. I'll tell you what I am against though. I'm against if there's no medical reason for it, like late term, the up to 9 months abortion thing. To me, that's great. If the kid could come
I mean,
out
we've
and
had
it's
late-term abortion in Canada for, I mean, like 15, 20,
that to me,
25
that I
years.
can't
The
stand.
only
But
way
it's
that-
not exactly what you think it is. Late-term abortion in Canada is
Yeah.
for medical reasons only.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. For medical,
Yeah.
I have no
Oh,
problem. but-
really?
yeah.
You can't wake up at like in the third trimester and be like, you know
I
what,
didn't know
fuck
that.
this baby.
I didn't know that.
That's for
No.
Canada, but we weren't talking about the States, but because he was telling me about New York or something, like up to 9 months or whatever the fuck.
They were
to me,
pushing
if there's
for
no
it.
medical thing, yeah, they were pushing people. If there's no medical reason, you just decide one day to 9 months or 7 when a kid could be born or whatever. That I can't be for.
I don't know if that's
that I'm
100% accurate. That's not what was happening exactly.
That's what he was
Because I
telling me.
remember when we covered it on This Just Thing.
Yeah.
A relative, a friend, like he's my cousin,
Yeah.
reached out to me. He's like, I saw you guys talking about this, and he sent me a bunch of documents. And he's a lawyer, like he's a really bright guy. Like
no, 'cause
he's
the New York thing was-
and
was
I looked
everywhere.
at it, I was like, he might be right. I think we may have misunderstood this, but I don't remember all the
No,
details.
the New York
now.
thing was everywhere. They were trying to push
It was
for
about
late
New
term.
York.
Yeah, I remember that.
I initially thought in New York you could abort up until 9 months or even after like the birth, but I was
How
completely
do you
wrong.
abort after? You can't abort after the
Well,
birth.
they were
Yeah,
considering
bro,
something
rewind.
like-
Fuck off, bro, with your stupidities. You could just rewind a bit. Just rewind a bit. The kid's in and then do
Put the
it.
kid back in and then just fucking.
But
Go on.
I was wrong. They were actually trying to. There were groups that were trying to push for it. There were like bills and stuff, but it never went through. It never passed.
no, I mean maybe people were pushing
Yeah.
for a stupid thing. I mean that's possible.
Yeah, 100%.
Stupid people ask for stupid things all the
Yeah.
time.
All the time.
I think I'm gonna buy those.
It's
shoes.
secret.
All the
But
kids
you know
have.
what's? You know
Yeah,
what's?
they're nice.
You know
Yeah,
what's
I'm upset with Nike.
Yeah, I like my
Their
Adidas.
sizing is all over the place. I keep ordering the same shoes in different
Wait,
colors.
no,
'cause I like
we're
them.
gonna get to
Sorry.
that because I want to talk shoes,
Yeah.
but I want him to
Yeah,
finish.
we'll talk
You know
shoes.
what's insane to me though? Is these fucking bitches they're complaining about this shit over here, right?
Which bitches?
Are you talking about women or are you saying
Or
the
bitches in
people who are
general?
bitching?
People who are bitching.
Oh,
Okay. The way it sounded, you're like,
I know. That's why I said it.
These
That's why I
are-
said it like that.
Danny Polchak had a great tweet. He goes, Roe v. Wade, more like hoes be mad. And then
That's horrible.
Yeah, and then he puts it. Yeah, he's a good comic. He puts in parentheses, "I'll walk myself out."
He knew the room.
He knew that.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
But there's
funny,
literally countries, bro, where they're cutting clitorises.
How is that
women,
related
bro.
to this?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, if you're gonna fight for women's bodily
Oh,
autonomy,
no. People, I already told you this. People are fake. People fight when it decides it's good for them.
I see.
Everything I did last year about they're going to fuck you over, I even if you have a different opinion, I'll fight for you because you should fight for me. Yeah, most people don't do that.
No.
And now they're reaping the rewards of their tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery.
Yeah.
oh,
It's
shit,
more than
by the
You
way-
have to
tomfoolery.
stand for everyone. Bro, you have to be very Ron Paul. You have to stand for the liberty of everyone or no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll either all have fun or none of us have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a weird.
Well,
An
not
analogy,
fun, but
but-
I get what you're saying. I
yeah,
get it.
I'm on board with your sentiment.
It's like the way I play the business here. I go, it's either we're all eating or none of us are eating.
Yeah.
Lately, none of us are
None
eating.
of us are eating. No.
No, but it's the same thing. You can't, because they're going to come, then you all separate and it's easier to come for you.
Yeah.
Because then you're all interfighting.
100%.
Because if you're inter,
Chaos
it's
creates
so
opportunity.
Much, yeah, it's so
Chaos
much
creates
easier for the
This
government.
really weird face when you said it's easier to come for you, and you were like smiling. I was like, "What
I
is he
didn't,
saying?"
no, I was just saying.
Yeah. No, I
I think you just read into it a little too deep.
I was still
there,
thinking
Phil.
about your girlfriend studying you.
But Saddam wrote something very interesting
Wrong.
in the chat. I don't know how true this is. Canada is the only place where you can late-term abort in a private clinic for no medical reason. Very popular in Indian culture to pick the sex of the children.
Yeah, so that I'm against. That's 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if
that's
that's true. I'd
moida.
have to look into that.
Yeah,
but
if that's real, that's the kind of shit I'm against. That's the extremism that I'm talking about.
Like I said, I don't know how true that is,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying if it's true, that's
that
fucked
I'm
up.
against. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
I'm
if
also
that's
against the other thing that we had brought up, Viva brought up, and there's documents about this. Look it up because I thought it was fake, and then I had to question him on it, about Planned Parenthood selling the aborted fetus parts to other science labs, and it's like they make crazy money. That I'm also against.
Yeah.
That I find crazy.
Millions of dollars per
So wait,
fetus.
hold on. If abortions are happening and there's aborted fetuses,
Oh, they make tons of money
no,
off it.
I know that already.
Yeah.
What do they do with it? What should they, in your opinion, what should they do with
Dispose
those
of
fetuses? Dispose of it?
Yeah.
Such a horrible, heinous thing just happened. Shouldn't some good come of it?
That's not good.
Hold on, they should
used
gi-
for medical
hold on,
reasons.
Yeah, it's
because
used
hold
for
on,
laboratory.
because they sell it for research.
Yeah.
Why not just give it? Why does it have to become a business?
Why does that have to become a
there,
business?
fine,
You
I'm there.
understand?
Oh, then that's
Why does it?
different.
Because then
but
there's
wait,
Hold on.
malpractice.
If I die,
Because
I'm
they have
allowed.
quotas.
If I die, I'm allowed to give my organs for
science.
research to
Yeah.
science.
Yeah.
I'm not charging them for it.
Maybe
No
you
one,
should.
they're not. No. But what I'm saying is, if you want to give it to science to further research for some reason, that I'd be okay with. But
Okay.
the fact that the mom's not getting any money, most of these cases, if you don't ask, they'll never tell you. So they'll take these kids, mostly black. Statistics, that's what they
Yeah.
do, and they fucking sell them to the highest bidder. These fucking labs, all that shit is crazy. That's shit that you would see in horror movies.
Yeah.
So that stuff needs to come to the forefront. Let's
So
put it all out there.
you're not against the science. You're against the capitalism. of it all.
I'm against the devaluation of life, and also the devaluation,
profiteering.
but also the devaluation of like women in general, because they never talk about like the dangers. They again, when you talk about the abortions, they go, oh, it's chicks that don't know how to use condoms. First of all, that's devaluing an entire gender right there, like as if they're all retards. And statistically, he already showed that the people that are getting abortion, it's a smaller percentage that have it for that reason. So there's other reasons, underlying causes. So all that's why in the argument it pisses me off. Like there's a lot of fuckery on both sides. They just demean the other side.
I mean,
like
again, I'll say what I said before. It's the exact same thing for every single issue, right?
Yeah.
You just get the media grabbing
two
ends
extremes,
and
and they
look
make
at
them
these
look
crazy
retarded.
people.
Yeah, I don't like
Look at these
that.
crazy
I don't like that
people.
because you can never find a middle ground, and there is a middle ground here. There's
We'll never
obviously
get
a
ba-
reasonable middle
I don't
ground.
see how we could ever get back to like a proper functioning society. I think
You-
we need to fucking collapse first.
We need libertarian-esque politicians to take over. You need
No,
people
but a
that
lot
are
of
for the
people
freedom.
don't want that. I would argue that the majority of people want to just be told what's happening and what's going on and what they should be upset about and outraged about and happy about because people are living small little lives.
You could use them. That's true. You could use them for stem cell research. They do that a lot. Stem cell research is huge. Stem cell regeneration, the stuff that
It's crazy.
I haven't read into it in a few years, and when I was looking into it, impeccable shit. They were talking about reaching a level where they could regrow limbs that you lost.
Yeah. So imagine where they're at
Yeah,
now.
so technology is, imagine where they're at now, but the technology is amazing. I'm not saying stop it, especially because they would take it mostly from umbilical cords, is what they would say. So it It wasn't. And
We froze that shit.
with fetuses. They could go even further with fetuses.
But you should keep that. Like for everyone who doesn't have kids, when you do, if you have
could keep
kids,
just in case.
keep the umbilical blood in the cord in case something happens.
In your
down the road.
freezer.
Not in the. No, don't keep it in your freezer.
It's safe,
Eat
bro.
the placenta.
Don't do that.
Apparently, it's great for you.
I
I
would
didn't do
never-
it.
yeah,
though.
it's
Jesus Christ, that's
disgusting.
I'm just saying.
disgusting.
But no, the cord
Crystal
blood
has
is
COVID?
chock full. Sorry, COVID.
Sorry, Crystal. How you feeling? Right? If you're okay.
Yeah, there's another little mini wave of people who dodged it getting it now. I've a few people I know.
You're
have
looking
it.
at me. You think I'm gonna get it now? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm talking to
Ye
you.
have a little faith. So.
Let's both spit on him.
We don't have COVID.
Yeah, but he's got something.
He's got something. Yeah. You know what he's got? A fucking swollen prostate from all the sexology experiments.
Oh.
That's
Hey,
disgusting.
this is a screwdriver.
Ah, I just pictured a screwdriver going through my asshole.
I was
It
thinking of your
hurts.
pee
It hurts a
hole.
little.
What if
It's
it's your
only
pee
up to
hole?
my elbow.
Oh,
People are into that shit.
Oh,
eh?
dude, hold on.
That's
Last,
fucked up.
We had go check out. I think when she was on the French cast, Sonia, she was
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Bro, clients pay for that shit.
and
Oh my God.
last in bed
Fucking
episode,
water
I got very
gets in there
uncomfortable,
too
yeah.
deep in the shower. It hurts.
last in bed episode, we actually brought up examples of stuff people put in their pee holes, objects as big as highlighters.
Yeah, okay, let's stop. That's too much for me. Like I have my limits of how much my stomach
And
can
I was
handle.
disgusted. And there are some people that take a foot. They take a foot.
Foot?
People who are
Like
into
an actual foot?
who are into feet fetishes.
Okay.
They basically, you know, the pocket pussy. It's shaped like a foot and looks like a foot, and there's a vagina on the foot, which is very
You're
they have
fucking a
sex.
foot.
You're fucking a foot.
All right,
saw
it's
a
not for
clip-
the morning. This is not morning
I saw
show.
a clip
Okay,
of
I'm
you
sorry.
eating out a sex toy on the internet.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
that
did.
was I gave it a little kiss and I accidentally spoke into it like it was a microphone, which was
So the stem cell stuff.
Hello.
Anyways, there's,
it's
so
very
there's a
open
lot
in
of
here.
nefarious.
Very
There's a lot of
cavernous.
nefarious shit going on. There's a lot of why
I need
can't,
to recover from that.
why can't we find a happy middle ground?
because
Feel like there's this much
because-
weeks where the baby's forming, for example, where if there's, you know, like this is the
TikTok.
cutoff.
That's why
And then
TikTok.
after that, it would be if there's medical reasons, like you can't at 8 months be like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Because then none of it makes sense. Because again, the arguments don't make sense. Because then the argument would be like, oh, everything is made up. It's all society decided. Well, if you're going by
Well, that's
societal
true.
norms,
Like,
society
everything
didn't
is made
decide it.
up.
If you're going by nature, then nature is you shouldn't have, you would keep it to term. That's what nature would do, right? Nature wouldn't have a guy with a fucking coat hanger going in there. If you want to go by nature, right? If you're saying it's all made up. So which is it? Is it all made up? Is it societal? Or like, and it's not real? If you're going by nature, then nature, we wouldn't have any abortions.
I mean, we're getting into fucking Well, we would have some.
No, abortion, like actual doctors going in. No, not
No,
in
no,
nature.
no.
In humanity, wouldn't do that.
That's true.
And we're also in the era of it doesn't matter what the truth is, it's what you identify as.
But what is
So
it?
identify as someone that got it aborted. What do you want me to fucking tell you? That's what I'm saying. We have to find a middle ground. This whole lunacy of extremes isn't working for anyone.
But again, I don't see how we can ever move away from this because all you hear is the fringes.
But that's why we have to move
Because
away
the rest
from
of us are
Well,
busy
but-
fucking living our lives.
yeah, everyone's stressed to pay the fucking rent, bro.
Yeah,
So
but,
nobody-
but that's why we have to find a middle ground. Be like, guys, we can't keep fucking doing this.
No.
these are people who don't actually stress about rent or mortgage that argue if you
About
think
this
about
stuff.
it.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if
I'm
that's
sure
true. Everyone
there's a lot
argues.
of.
I think the fact that you're stressed about mortgage stuff makes you argue more because you feel like everything that happens is a personal slight against you, especially the way the media frames it. So you go even more crazy. You're like, I already have this to think about. Now I have this shit.
Actually, you made a very
I
excellent.
mean, I
point.
had an existential crisis the other day. I was thinking about my life in the months before COVID hit, before
Yeah.
they locked us down, and I was like, man, life was good. I was like a Drake song. Like I had a lot of clients, more clients than I could handle.
You mean
making good-
before the shutdown?
Before I was making good
Yeah,
money,
yeah.
I was living an interesting life. Anna had just given birth to our second. We're looking for a house, and then I look at my life now, and I'm like, "Fucking hell!
Nah,
Like,
bro. It's
What a downfall!"
Nah.
when did
Sometimes
that happen
I
to you?
get stressed out about like all the shit I missed out on. Dude, like I got fucked in those 2 years.
Yeah,
But there's no like I'm alive.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
are
that's true.
dying. I'm like
yeah. I know. It's just it. I don't know.
I had one of those yesterday.
Yeah, me too. Yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It must have been a weather thing.
Man, I don't know. I was just like, I felt.
I was just like, what the fuck happened? Like, it took me years to get there, like building my business. And then in the blink of an eye, it was all gone. And I was like, please, Mr. Government,
no, you're
sir,
fine.
can I
See,
have
you're
some
getting
money?
business people like you. You're doing work.
I'm doing okay, but I'm not.
You're doing better than a lot of people I know.
Yeah, okay, but I'm fucking tired, which
And
is
you get
fine.
to hang out with me.
I mean,
people pay for
that's-
that
yeah,
luxury.
people do pay for that luxury. Have you ever given away like a hangout date?
No, I don't have time for that shit. People have asked. But, I was doing comedy yesterday in Laval. It was nice
Yeah, I
seeing.
saw pictures of you.
It was nice.
Naked
John
pictures.
Kutrokoy was there.
Who?
Fucking John, comedian.
What'd
Well,
you call
know
him?
him.
What was his last name?
Kutrokoy.
Kutrokoy?
Yeah, I call him Kutrokoy.
I don't know him.
Is that the
John, yeah, the gay guy. He went like this. Yeah. Man.
He limp wristed
yeah.
hard over there.
John was there. Amber was. It was good. It was a fun time.
Nice. It's a good thing I
You
didn't
missed
come.
out.
It's a good thing I didn't come though, because I had scheduled the recording.
Yeah, and you didn't put it in the calendar.
Yeah, no, it was, but I guess I didn't see it. I didn't do a double check, and then I get a phone call. I'm like, "Why is this person calling me?"
He's
And
like,
then
"Where are you?"
And like, "Hey, we're
night at
outside the
6?
studio." I'm like, "I'm there in 5 minutes."
Last night at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Last night at 8.
It was in the calendar. It's been in the calendar for like a week.
I
and a
know,
half.
but I probably
Oh,
looked
okay.
too
He
fast.
told
I
me
was-
yesterday. He's
He
like, "I'm gonna
looked
come.
too fast.
I'm gonna come watch the show. I won't." A lot of Armenians. It was mostly Greeks and Armenians that were there.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
it was.
fuck,
Yeah, it was
man.
like a battalion ready to go fight against Turkey. It was crazy. It was,
I guess it was in Laval.
it was in Laval.
I think at this point I should just move to Laval and be with my people.
Yeah, it was fun. And people that you know were there, some patrons or Greeks or friends.
No,
from the
nice.
bank, Donnie. Like, yeah, it
Oh,
was, yeah, it was fun.
so it was a vibe.
There was a vibe. Yeah, there was definitely a vibe. Yeah.
Shit.
It was fun. And it was funny because when I was going to like saying a little bit of crazy shit, you could tell the older people were like, "Oh, we can't," like they were quieting down. But all the young people under 30 were losing their shit, like harder. Like it was, it was a weird, it was a weird vibe. It was fun. So all this to say, Phil, we're not going to solve the abortion crisis.
We are not.
Here today. However, the only way to ever even move past this is
Tell me.
common ground. You meet somewhere in the middle to try to progress. This extremism shit never worked and it never will. Because you're just going to have both sides hating completely the other side. They won't want to listen.
Yeah, but
I miss-
everyone
It's
deals
very
in
scary,
extremes
the
now.
extremes.
I miss
No-
the
no
old
one-
days where we just hated the pinkos. You know, like that was the enemy that we could all band behind. They're like, communism's bad.
Oh,
just
yeah.
hate them.
I'm still
and
against
everyone
them.
was like, yeah.
Still against the
And
communists.
everybody got along for the most part.
Well, because
It's
that's
good.
one
you need
extreme,
a villain
right?
sometimes.
Yeah.
It's necessary. But I don't know if we should make each other the villain.
Abstinence is the solution and celibate. Well, I mean, I don't think it's just abstinence. Like the fuck, especially here, like you got condoms, you got all like you can't just
think
like
she was
there
being
are
sarcastic.
methods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are simpler methods.
There are simpler methods.
I mean, abstinence is probably the simplest,
Yeah.
but it requires a lot of purchases to counterbalance.
How many times do you think you sexed in life?
in life?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thousands.
Thousands.
Thousands
Yeah.
for sure.
Millions?
Millions?
Probably not
I don't think millions.
no.
I think thousands.
Tens of thousands?
Um,
Or just thousands?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it. Well, you have to really break it down. It's hard.
Yeah, I don't
probably in
know.
the thousands. I don't think
Thousands,
thousands.
yeah.
Thousands though.
You'd think at some point he'd be like, nah, I'm good. This is enough. You know, you do the same thing thousands of times.
Yeah.
Because no matter how much you freak it up or change it up,
Yeah,
it's still the
yeah.
same thing at the end of the day.
Yeah. You're like, look, I'm gonna go read a book.
Yeah, I'm going to go read a book. I feel like that's what happens later in life. You're just like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks.
It also depends on your sex drive. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah. And also like your childhood, mostly.
No,
Some
you-
people
they should
need
put-
sex to
think so.
validate themselves.
I don't think so.
They should put they should double up. They should put your face on condoms and be like, this is the doctor that's gonna board your fetus. Like, oh, I'm buying condoms.
God damn.
I don't want to see this
He's just
guy.
holding like a coat hanger
Yeah,
and
yeah.
one glove, but it's leather.
It's very Dr. Nick-esque.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, I'm Dr. Poseidon.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Have
yeah.
a seat on my examination
The
table.
vagina is connected to my wristwatch. Remember Dr. Nick Riviera?
Hey, everybody, I'm Dr. Nick.
Nick. Hi, everybody. He sounds like Derek Sagan. Hi, everybody.
He does that.
I'm Dr. Sagan.
The fucking like golden era of the
from The
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Yeah, still has
Oh,
some
yeah, I remember
great
now.
fucking zingers.
Yeah, the old Simpsons was awesome.
That's
yeah.
funny.
I can't believe that's still on. Is anyone watching that anymore?
No, that changed. Again, because they got too political.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Are
people-
they like weird and woke now?
Yeah, yeah.
The woke sons.
Yeah, they got too
Oh
political.
wait, so they're the actual simp sons
yeah,
now.
yeah. Oh, now they're just the simps.
Yeah, the
Simpsons,
Sims.
yeah.
Simping out there. But the old Simpsons was awesome.
Yeah. When it made sense that Homer, an uneducated fat guy, could buy a fucking 4-bedroom house with a double car garage.
That was back in the day, bro.
was
You could
back
do
in
that
the days.
fucking 30 years ago. Oh,
When do we get there again?
Soon.
Which part of the
Oh,
cycle
In
is
3
that?
years.
I've been talking
Three.
I've been talking, actually, maybe way earlier than 3
Who have you
years.
been talking
I've
to?
Oh
been
yeah,
Talk to a
things
realtor.
are about to come
Hold on.
crashing down.
I have been-
Look at
Feels that
stock
way.
market for indication. It's
Yeah,
all red.
He's very bad.
I've lost many monies.
I have been speaking to real estate agents.
They don't know shit, they're agents.
Hold on,
That's
hold
not
on.
Yeah, I
what
don't
you
want
should
to
be
hear
speaking
about
to.
it. Already there, you're done.
You should be speaking to
Yeah.
people who fucking work at the
That's
Bank
like
of
saying,
Canada. and that
what,
kind of stuff.
like, how do you think private business are gonna go? It's like, bro, I've been speaking to my waiter. It's like, yeah, no, that's not.
No, but they still
real estate agents
No,
don't know.
you know what? Can I
They're
make,
agents.
can I
They
make
Just
a
about
better,
the housing
can I make
market.
a
They don't
better
know.
analogy?
They're agents.
I'm
They
gonna make a
can't-
better analogy.
They could use educated guesses like we can, but they don't know any better. The people that could tell us what's going to happen or not and are not are people in charge of banks because they know about the interest
Can I ask
rates
you a
and what the
question?
government said.
But
Because the
somebody-
government lied. Remember the government said about the interest rate? Oh, don't worry if you're getting houses now. 2 years ago when the prices were going up, we're
Why
not
did
going to
anyone
fuck.
think that was not a lie?
Yeah, we're not
Like,
going to fuck with the interest rates
have
and this
to.
and that. And then what did they do, bro? As soon as everyone got the houses, bam, now we're going to fuck you.
Well, they told me
Yeah, Trudeau's been fucking full of shit and no one's calling him out.
by the end of this year, everything's gonna start slowly plummeting.
It's possible. We don't know for sure, but I'll give you a better analogy of what you're saying. Imagine you're talking about the cost of
Imagine if you will.
the rising cost of food.
Cost it.
And you're like, guys, actually, I heard some stuff. I was talking to a waiter. That's the analogy.
Yeah, that's
Or,
it. Ah, that's
like,
very
you-
well.
It's not
you-
I'm sorry.
it is the
You
analogy.
sold
though.
cars, right?
Yeah.
You did that for a while
Yeah,
in a previous life before you were fanny pack Poseidon.
Yes, Fanny Poseidon.
I was suit-siding.
If the price of cars had gone up
Yeah.
significantly in that
Well,
period,
used cars have gone up.
no, then, right?
Yeah.
And you thought they were going to come down and clients came in and you needed to make a sale. Would you tell them, you know what, bro, don't buy the car today. Come back in 8 months. Okay? Come back in 8 months. We're going to buy the car.
I would never tell them that.
Obviously, so real estate agents, everything they say is nonsense because their prime directive is to sell homes.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh
is
yeah,
true.
but they
yeah.
told me that.
I don't
They,
understand where
they
this
told me they
conversation's
don't tell
going
people.
anymore.
They told me.
So they told you, but they don't tell people.
Yeah, well, because I asked them.
The reason houses jumped so much is because the realtors were fucking around.
No, it wasn't the
No,
realtor's
no,
fault.
no, no,
It was
no,
that
no, no.
interest
It's the
was
government's
so
fault.
low. Interest was so low. The government was basically giving you free money, and then they guaranteed.
The
they said,
realtors created blind fucking bidding
the
wars.
realtors don't create that.
No.
The realtors don't
So-
create that. The market determines that.
Look-
If you're willing to pay, the realtors don't decide what you're going to pay.
They
the
encouraged
seller
it.
decides-
They encouraged it.
But
They
there's-
exacerbated an already bad situation.
But the thing is, they can't exacerbate if houses are not selling for a certain amount. If you're not buying it, they can't. If people are buying it, so the reason why ours had nothing to do with realtors, it had to do with foreign investment. Because our foreign investors, which were mostly Chinese
just
here in
buying shit.
Montreal, were buying shit at exuberant prices because they wanted a place because they were nervous about what's happening in China. They wanted a place to flush their money, to keep their money just in case. What happened is all the Montrealers, let's say I'm just talking about Montreal, we're like, what the fuck? So my condo next door sold for 800 G's. I thought it was only selling for 5. Okay, I'm not gonna sell mine for a lot less under that shit.
Yeah.
And then it started a cycle where, oh, that's the value. So the value went up, but it wasn't a real value. It was perceptive. It
was market value.
Also based on the interest rates that were low, so you could get free money, almost free money.
Yeah.
So
And
the
then
government,
once that started happening,
Trudeau said, you look this up, Gapes will probably find this. Trudeau said,
I love how Gapes
don't
is always
worry,
finding stuff.
because he knows everything.
I know.
We're going to keep the interest rates down. Don't worry, it's safe right now
Yeah.
to get, to motivate people to buy. And then what did he do? As soon as it reached the apex, he's like, yeah, they're going up by a
no,
shit ton.
not at the apex. You know when they did it when the supply really dwindled out, like complete, because now it's a supply and demand
Yeah,
issue,
now
right?
that-
Like now there's just not enough houses on the market.
He's going to fuck so many people that were just making it. Like, but you told us. He's like, I said a lot of things. So now that's what's going to happen. Now people are going to have to
Yeah.
deal with that. And they were giving me examples.
Can
One
you
of the-
recreate Trudeau's speech for us?
No. One
Get
of
your
the,
finger
no,
off
no.
that fucking button.
Yeah, get your finger off the button.
No national anthem.
Yeah, well, no, one of
I don't know what you're
It's
doing.
gonna be a megaphone.
one of the bankers I was talking to was telling me how some people's percentage wise he goes because they're telling you, oh, it's gonna be like a couple $100. It's not. He goes, it depends on what you signed and how much your mortgage is left. He goes,
Yeah, there's like a formula they use
Yeah.
based on the debt owed and the
some
capital.
people might go from they have to pay 3 G's a month to almost 4 or 5. He goes, it's
It's
impossible.
possible, yeah.
He goes, so it's impossible.
I mean, if you're on a variable, you'll end. I think,
Yeah.
if I understand it properly, you'll end up paying more interest than capital.
Unless your
which,
interest
if you
rate
can
is,
sustain that, that's fine.
Yeah, unless your
but in
interest
some
rate is locked
some
in. though.
people will. Yeah, some people will take a beating. Remember Arizona in the fucking mid 2000s?
No.
no.
Fucking $1 million homes were being foreclosed on and resold for like 10 grand.
But that's what happened
Yeah,
to
like-
Detroit, all
God
kinds of
damn.
places. But right now, what's
Yeah.
gonna happen is a lot of people are
I
gonna
don't think
lose
that's gonna happen.
their
I'm not
life,
saying that's
their,
gonna
their
happen.
life savings because they spend it. They finally said, "Oh, this is the time for me to get a house."
Yeah.
They got it, and now there's no way they can afford it because they're like, "Well, even if I don't eat, I can't pay this mortgage."
You know
so
who-
they're gonna have to get rid of it, and some of them are gonna get rid of it at a loss just to get it off their hands.
You know who's laughing right now? People who are like at a stage where I was right before COVID,
Yeah.
but who ended up buying in like December 2019. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this house. It's nice. You know, like my 5-bedroom.
Fucking Sabrina's awesome. You see that right there in the chat? She's
What-
like, "I'm a real estate agent. We don't know."
Yes,
of
but
course they don't.
she's also a woman.
Yeah, so she's honest.
Why would you go that route? What are you
She's
looking
being
I'm a
for?
misogynistic pig.
She's not trying to big dick us, bro. She's being honest. They don't know. They can't know. I have friends who are real estate agents.
I know
Most
No,
few
no,
listens,
I'm not
they don't
saying.
know.
I'm not saying
The
they
ones
know,
who say
but
they
I'm just
know, I
saying
trust the least.
Yeah.
they have assumptions as well.
We all have assumptions. We all have access to fucking centrists.
You want to hear a
No,
bigger
but they have
danger here
access
in
to a few
Montreal?
more stuff.
We already have many new homeless. We have people that are
Yeah.
homeless, not based on drugs, not
Nouveau
literally
bums.
based on not enough work. They got kicked out of their apartments. We already have a huge problem now of growing homelessness.
Ness.
What do you think is going to happen when they lose their house, a lot of people, and rent is not only unaffordable, rent's going up, but we have a limit. There's a crisis of how many available dwellings there are in Montreal.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I know that they're the city.
You're going to have people that work and they won't have a place to go to.
the
You know how
three-
crazy that is?
The three
That's
governments.
kind of insane.
That happens in the States. That's been going on for years in the States. Here, it's unheard of almost.
That's why I'm staying put.
Like
bro.
the municipal and
That's why
provincial
what?
I'm
government.
staying put. Like where I live.
Yeah, but you're going to have to start paying rent at some point because they're going to call the cops.
He's shacked up with a sexolog. She's gonna pay the bills. They make good money.
Sexologues? I don't think so.
I don't think
They
so.
do
either,
make
no.
good money.
Do they?
Do they?
I mean, if there's only supply and demand, man.
I don't think so. I'll tell you
Basic
why.
economics.
Well, real good money. I don't think they make good money.
Well, obviously-
because
What-
they,
what could a
it's mostly
sexolog do?
pedagogy.
A
like,
lot.
It's all the no. They could do a lot, but mostly they put them in. Unless she
Malaka.
opens up like a special clinic herself. or
No, but
something.
is she a-
But normally they
will
put them
she
in
be
like
a
schools. Yeah, normally they
psychiatrist?
put them in
Like, what is
schools and
she?
shit. And our schools here, we underpay everyone.
That's true. Unless she gets her way into
Oh
like an
no,
LCC.
she would never. She told me that I would never work for a school. It's underpaid.
not- she doesn't want to perform.
All those hot teenagers.
Actually,
Yeah, for
speaking of
school,
that-
you get underpaid like crazy. Our teachers, again, we don't talk about that. Bro, teachers get fucked.
Yeah, no kidding.
They
Yeah.
have to deal with these shit
Honestly-
kids all day, and we barely pay them.
Quebec, the median, the average is 40,000 a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not.
It's.
But that's
Yo, did you see what just happened in
everything
the
here.
chat?
Everything, jobs like that, they all get. That's why they all move. You know that. Eh? That's why psychiatrists, doctors. That's
go
why
to
they
other
go to
places,
other
yeah.
places because we fuck them here.
Crystal said she just got her prescription for ivermectin.
oh my god!
Nice.
I don't
In
know if she's
Ontario,
being
it's
sarcastic.
208,000.
What is it here?
No,
The
eh.
average salary of a sexologist
Oh
in
yeah,
Canada is.
I believe it. Yeah.
Poseidon's getting a ring
Poseidon.
tonight. Tonight.
Yo,
Poseidon.
I'm moving to Ottawa, guys.
Yo, cock sausage. Remember when Milton bounced and went to the States because he was a radiologist here,
yeah.
and then
Oh,
he
yeah.
found out he's like, I forgot what state he went to first, and they're like, here he was making what 60 or 70 G's, and then they go, yeah, we're gonna pay like a 150. He's like, oh, I'm moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, dude, Quebec, everybody
That's
gets
4
fucked.
times.
You get paid less and you get
Bro,
taxed
2
more.
hours away, you make 4 times.
It used to be that.
Well,
Our
that's
city.
she might make less, but
Okay,
probably guaranteed if she goes to Ottawa, she'll make 100.
At least, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
the thing is though.
But you have to sacrifice. You have to live in Ottawa.
Yeah.
So it's like going to hell, but being the richest person in hell. You're still
Well,
in
it's not
hell.
You're
really
the king of hell.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
really hell.
Ottawa.
It's just,
Yeah, it is.
it's
Ottawa
just really,
sucks.
it's,
Ottawa sucks,
it's just
bro.
really
worst.
boring.
Yeah.
It's basically hell.
Yeah,
There's
so for
nothing
anyone
to do unless you want to
youthful-
hang out on the canal all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi there, bud. I've been seeing you and your wife walk around here. Would you like to be friends with me and my wife?
I think I
thought
would
you
be
only
very
do
angry
Russian
at people.
and Chinese. That's
I do all
amazing. You have
kinds.
a whole new
Hey
skill
there,
set.
bud.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, that's what it'd be like.
Peter
Then
Patter,
you have
let's
Trudeau.
get at her.
Trudeau walking by.
Trudeau.
Hey, you look new here. I saw you and your titties walking by.
I love pepperoni.
Would you be able to consult me on matters of government importance?
Step into my cabinet.
Yeah.
Vamonos.
Vamanos. Vamanos, guys. That's I like Trudeau. I like Trudeau because he gives
a lot of fodder for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss him when he's gone.
Yeah.
For like 8 seconds.
I hope he's gone.
I did a sound effect while
And
you
it
were
was perfect.
imitating Trudeau, and it was perfect. Yeah,
It was the woman one. The
it
high
was
pitch.
the high pitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Vamonos, my friends. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Diwali Wali.
This fucking guy, bro.
Such a fucking
He's
bitch.
he's such a I don't know what he's a danger too. He's
Himself and others.
You can't have an like egomaniac run a country.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think you.
Trump's
I think-
biggest downfall was that
he was an
he was
egomaniac,
all about
yeah.
him. The rest was cool. The tweets, the economy was doing fine, but the fact that it's me, you need someone, and it's so hard to find. You need someone who's like, this is a very important job. I'm here for them.
Yeah.
I got to make some sacrifices for the greater good. But it's so hard to get these people
Yeah.
in power.
But I think Trump actually wanted to help the country as well.
I
even
think so
though-
too, but it's just that he kept putting his personal vendettas like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
like as much as sometimes you're you want to call someone a retard when you're the president, you shouldn't. You shouldn't walk out and be like, who's this retard? Get out of here. Like, I know you want to, but you shouldn't just based on optics.
But he was hilarious, bro.
He was, yeah.
What, bro? One of my favorite scenes is when he goes to like some big,
Seems like it's a movie.
It was.
some big. It was, bro. 2016 to 2020.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. He goes.
It was the high point of my life.
Yeah, it was some big meeting with all these countries, bro, and all these leaders, bro. And there's all these leaders standing there. And he barges through, pushes people out of the way.
That was the
Taps them
G7.
on the G7, yeah.
Yes, I
taps them out of the way.
remember
Does it, tucks his suit like this, poses, and goes,
Takes a photo and then fucks
and
up.
then fucks off, bro.
Or
I was like, this is amazing.
the Saudi Arabian delegation at NATO, they're all calm, whatever, this and that, and no one's fucking with Saudis. He fucking walks by him, taps me. You know when you walk by, taps him on the shoulder, they turn around, and then he sees it was trouble. He's like, what's up, little dude?
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
like doesn't give a fuck, bro.
Bro. Or the best is when he had the debates with Biden and was talking about India and China. Oh, bro,
and China?
easy. One of the top 5 moments of Donald Trump. He goes, look at China, filthy.
Yeah,
look at India,
filthy.
but
Yeah.
with his hand motion too,
Yeah.
going like this.
Filthy. We were dying. We were watching the
Yeah.
debates here. We were losing our shit. Yeah. Yeah, it was good times.
Dude, I'm telling
Oh
you.
man,
And the economy was
I
doing
remember
well.
that night when you're watching the debates. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, he gave us a lot of good moments.
good laughs, a lot
Yeah.
of laughs.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah,
for the
yeah.
laughs, Donald.
He didn't. Anywho, that was
Yeah,
good times.
Those good times.
Yeah. So comedy is back. Is it gonna last? I don't know. I heard rumors that the government is planning on closing us back down.
You know what I think
the
is going to
fall.
happen?
What?
Yeah, the government.
Where have you heard
Yes.
these rumors?
Newspapers.
Yes.
They say you heard that too. You
Yes.
see it, yeah. They keep hinting that in the fall because of waves, but which doesn't make sense. We've already been through this. The wave theory used to work when there wasn't mass air travel. The wave in terms of season doesn't work anymore because
Because
all the
everybody goes
seasons
everywhere.
are happening all the time.
Yeah.
My flu season is not now, but if it is in Australia and they're coming here, it turns into my flu season.
That's
That's why we're
right.
catching
Yeah.
shit all year. So that's
I mean, if the
terrible.
wave theory was still valid, I
Yeah.
mean, there wouldn't be coronavirus.
But
now.
that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
So
like-
because of that, it's illogical what they're saying. So if they want to do it, it's clear. It's a clear thing of they're just trying to destroy us.
Yeah.
Like they want you to be desperate, poor, sad, so that they could manipulate you and push whatever they want. Because it's gonna get too crazy. If honestly, if you're closing down, you're doing lockdowns and
you really think we'll
curfews
go
again.
back into full lockdowns again?
Look, if people were smarter, I would say it's impossible. They're all going to fight it. But the fact that people are so ready to give up their neighbors and fold, oh, it's not me. I have to check the QR because the government said so. Bro, go fuck yourself. Just no one does it. And we just move on.
Yeah.
You want to hear my theory?
Yeah.
I
Sure.
think they're going to do the same thing as last year. Because last year, too, we started getting all kinds of rumors that, in September, late September, early October, they're going to shut us down.
Mm-hmm.
But it never ended up happening. And then they ended up shutting us down late November. Well,
They
started
never fully shut us down.
Well,
they curfewed us.
Yeah, they curfewed us in
Keep
December.
talking that shit.
So I think
Well, no, there's a difference because the original. Do you remember
they did
the
lock
first
down stores.
Do you remember the first lockdown?
No,
Like-
the 2 weeks thing.
yeah.
The one where everything was closed and we
2
thought
weeks
we were all
for
going
3
to
months. The 2 weeks for 3 months.
2 weeks, quote unquote.
2 years later. Yeah. It's a long 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah, that's you know.
I've
No, I
aged.
think they always threaten these rumors of
Yeah.
lockdown, full lockdown, so that when they only give us partial measures, we're all like, oh, okay, at least not
Yeah.
a lockdown.
Well, I
not me,
think-
but most people.
Well, I think these rumors are going around now. I think they're not actually going to do it in September. So then people are going to think, oh, we're in the clear. They're not going to do it. But then in the end of November, they're going to bamboozle us. And people are like, no one's going to be expecting it. You
Well,
understand?
look, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If they do that again, for people, we're gonna have way more homeless, and there's gonna be a civil war. People aren't gonna take that shit.
Yeah, no,
It's
I'm
impossible.
not taking that shit no
You
more.
lost everything.
I wish I believed that. There's still too many people who are still just getting by.
The best
They don't
is
have the time to revolt.
even the people that woke up a bit, they're like, okay, this wasn't what they told us it was. They're still, when the government says they're gonna snap again, it's your fault because you only have 4 shots. It's your fault.
Yeah.
They're so stupid.
I saw someone post the other day they were getting their 5th dose. I'm like, are they still giving out doses? Are we still doing this?
Trudeau bought 11 doses per person. So
Trudeau-
Yeah, I
Suck
know,
my
I know. But how long are they good for?
Oh no, he didn't actually buy them physically.
I know, he
bought
reserved-
Them.
he bought
he
them.
reserved
Yeah.
from. That's why I'm
like
saying
consignment.
it's all big business. It's all big because people are getting it left and right. I'm seeing people getting it left and right.
The shot or
now.
COVID?
No, COVID.
Yeah.
They get a couple days, whatever,
Yeah,
and they're
people
back up.
it seems like we
Yeah.
we won.
Yeah, except for the danger category. The danger category, if you
That's
have
different.
respiratory illnesses, if you're
Yes.
over 70, all that, it's still very dangerous. But that's like
But
everything.
so's the flu.
That's like everything.
That's
Yeah.
just life. If you're old,
Yeah.
you're old.
Yeah,
But,
I'm not gonna sacrifice the entire society.
We already did.
Yeah.
They spit on my hopes and dreams for the future.
Just didn't get a notification on Patreon. It was posted this show on Patreon this morning.
Oh, I don't know much about your Patreon.
I hope Patreon's not fucking me up because YouTube does. YouTube doesn't share. It doesn't notify.
Patreon shouldn't.
YouTube's been fucking with us a lot.
Jack Conte don't fuck around.
And now that stupid bill is passing, very scary.
Well, it hasn't gone through the Senate yet, so
Yeah. But very, very scary
that's our
stuff.
last line of defense there.
I don't know
I've been talking to people about it, like random people that I run into. I'm like, hey, have you heard about this? They're like, no. I'm like, what do you mean no? They're like, I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, people
I go,
don't know.
do you care? They're like, not really. I was like, wow, okay.
You want
But I've
all
seen-
your feed to be CBC and CTV.
I've
yes,
seen
I love it.
Canadian content creators who I follow on YouTube who have never, I think I said this last week, who have never taken a political stance ever on anything, even in the deepest, darkest parts of the pandemic. And they came on, they're like, fuck this, we're moving to the States. Like
don't blame 'em.
They tried to rally their fandom to like reach out to their
Yeah.
government officials. It didn't work. And they're like, yeah, I mean,
I see many
I
Canadian
no longer
YouTubers.
can base any kind of statistics to see what my income is going to be because the algorithms are going to change so wildly and it's not going to be in my control anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to the US. A lot of them are jumping
Yeah, a
ship.
lot of them are jumping ship. I have friends, YouTubers that I'm not going to name because
No,
they want to
yeah.
keep it a secret. But I know they prepared their documents, everything. They've been working on it for months to bounce because they saw this coming. And one of them, I said, it's not going to be that extreme because I'm a fucking retard. And then now they're like, you see what I told you? Yeah.
I don't
Anyways, be weary of government overreach. Especially here, we let them take too much credit. How do you like the sound? Oh, you haven't heard it, but people, do you like the sound? We got a new, I spent
Yeah.
money on a new system here.
Yes, that's how all these effects are coming in. By the way, also it's the
That's
Roadcaster
why
Pro.
Through Pantelis'
that's why
wallet.
he intermittent fasts because he doesn't have enough money left over after all the gear.
Yeah, that's why intermittent fast. It's not
the only way.
It's not my choice.
But yeah, it's a great device. I love it. The transfer mode is
I like
phenomenal.
how much smaller it is, to be honest.
Smaller.
Like,
A little bit
it's
smaller,
sleeky
yeah.
sleek.
But the way they made it smaller though makes it seem like it's way smaller.
Yeah, because you
understand?
could do way more stuff. So it feels
Yeah.
like bigger. And you could do so much with it. We haven't even touched the surface of the shit.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
the old one, we never really used it for everything it does.
No,
right?
not
In
at
here,
all.
We
The-
just
the-
use it for what we need it.
Yeah, this one's next level. You know that even, let's say his monitoring headphones, right now I just have in one line.
yeah.
Oh.
But you could monitor the output Bluetooth also. So you can have Bluetooth headphones unconnected to monitor. And it has the...
Useful.
We could do output, same thing with speakers. But what I was thinking is I wanted to buy a Bluetooth speaker, a cheap one. We have it somewhere, like, let's say over there.
So people can listen.
People can listen. We plug it in, and whenever we want, we could just transfer there, and you could have it there. So if you're sitting waiting in the
that's
lobby...
clever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cute.
you have the
It's
output
not like
there.
we ever
Yeah.
have anyone here, though.
Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes we
yeah.
do.
I thought it would be interesting.
You mean like just output the feed to a TV and put a
Yeah.
speaker out there so people can watch?
Sound is top, Viron says. Yeah, I was working
yeah.
on the other day. I came here with him and Guido before the intellectuals, and it took me like an hour and a half because I really wanted to get everything. Because I was having trouble with the noise gate at first because it was taking in everything, the hisses,
yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I
The
don't
first
wanna.
time too, the other one, you took you a while to figure it out.
Yeah, the other one is it only got a bit simpler because it doesn't have the same like tech. Like this one is so powerful that if I overdo it, it would fuck it up. But because it's so powerful, it makes it easier. You don't need cloud lifters for the SM7Bs in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you put cloud lifters, it'll ruin the sound.
Did you get two? One
No,
for
I
your
only got
studio
one.
too? Okay.
No, my studio doesn't
How
need
come
it.
you put it here instead of there?
My studio doesn't need it.
Yeah. I mean,
Like here, you could do a lot more. It's more of an interactive shows that we
Sure.
have, intellectuals, morning show, the rentals, and all that.
And the other studio, I don't even use it.
The other studio, I'm the one using it. Like it's there in front of me, and it's Pantelis podcast and Frenchcast and live.
when you're doing it yourself, yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
so-
it goes through the Black Magic.
No, I mean it's Pantelis podcast and Frenchcast. They're not as elaborate. It's interviews and talks.
No, but
we
I
don't
also
use.
mean like he doesn't actually use it when he's producing for you in there.
Yeah, well, he could. I have already
could,
thought about
yeah.
moving it, but there's no point because we just
Yeah.
record and go. Whereas in here, we do a lot of like the intellectuals are gonna see this week. I used as much as I could of it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we had a lot of fun. It was a fun episode.
I've been having a hard time setting up my
third is depressing though. It's all about Roe versus Wade.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't
on the
depressing.
intellectuals.
Yeah,
I don't
at
think.
the end of
I
it,
don't
it-
think it was depressing.
It wasn't depressing. It was just
think
you know
it's
when
going
you
to
talk
anger
about
some
abortion stuff,
people.
it just gets there because you just think about weird shit. It's
I mean, I've been trying to figure
Well,
out how
Guido
to,
was very
I
uncomfortable.
was trying to
Yeah.
build like an easy to disassemble quick set for my movie show that I want to do. And it's
Oh,
just
thank
like,
you, Julien. Fucking Julien has been nice. Yeah.
oh, you're welcome. Not me, because you know, there's other shows. There's
Yeah, but
mostly
there's-
you.
you're part of the.
I'm here. I'm
you're
just
part
here.
of the
This is me.
ecosystem.
I'm part of the verse.
Yeah.
I'm in the verse. And I don't mean I am a verse like Poseidon. That's something else.
We're trying to get new shows
That's what I'm saying. I want to do my show, but like
under our umbrella.
I don't know if I want to do it under your umbrella.
I will not take Fill My Hole because you're not doing the
Not
Fill
Fill
My
My Hole.
You're not doing the Fill My Hole that I envisioned.
Not Fill My Hole. If I ever do that, Fill
If
My
you do
Hole,
my
you can
Fill My
have
Hole
it.
that I had envisioned,
I
you can
will
be
fill
on the
your hole
you
on
could
your
be on the
channel.
network
I
130%.
think we should add a.
I want to do a movie show with Peter. We've been trying
A
to
movie
set it
show.
up. We did a test.
What do you think we should
Yeah.
add?
Something short format, small, like shorter.
Shorter?
That doesn't say anything.
No, I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, but it doesn't say. That's just that
But
could be
it's-
anything.
Yeah.
Give me
or
more
we could
details.
just create clips.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
That's
too.
true.
I want to do sketches.
I want to
have
do sketches
sketches
too.
And we
good
have all
idea.
our sketch friends that want to do sketches. Matthew Jafrida said he's down. Like we have all kinds of
They're
people
all
that
sketchy, yeah.
Yeah, Emil, Jacob. So it's up to us now to
I
organize.
feel like Emil and Matthew would be
There's
a good
something there.
chemistry. Yeah.
Yeah.
An interesting chemistry.
Sexual.
No, 100%.
Tension
That's
high.
exactly high. Cut it with a knife.
Knife.
Butter knife.
A knif.
Yeah, you.
What's that? They have that's the Lebanese knetfe. What is it called? Anyways, whatever.
Yeah, Guido's wrestling knowledge is good too. Maybe a wrestling show. I don't know. Where I want to add all kinds of new shows. Maybe have a lady have a show on the
We
network.
should probably have a single lady.
We should have one annoying show. Yeah. Oh, sorry. One
I was waiting for
one annoying host.
a hostess with a mostess.
No, for real. I always, I've talked about it for a while. I want to have like
Yeah.
a lady show.
But we've never come across a lady that would fit the vibe. Have we?
I have.
Who was down?
I have. I know a couple ladies that fit the vibe.
But are they down?
Yes, some are down, but it's just scheduling wise. It doesn't, and they're scared because they don't have a concept. Like I don't want to. Like
what
I don't
I
know.
was trying to say about my thing is, should I just do it in here?
Do which?
My show.
The movie one.
Yeah. Should I just do it in here?
You get this guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Is it a podcast?
It's a
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, it's
Oh,
a-
okay.
It's a movie.
You can actually
movie
take
stuff.
advantage of a lot of the special effects you got now. We'll talk
Yeah,
about it
it's
after.
true. Yeah, actually.
Because I didn't want to involve Poseidon. I know he's doing 1,000 things in this room, so I wanted to do it on my own. But it's fucking hard to produce and be in
Give
it. And
Sosha von Sasher a show. We can't. The sexual tension between Sonia and Pantelis and Poseidon is too great. We're scared he might go off the rails.
What?
No, Sonia. We want to do a show with Sonia. Actually, it's more of a scheduling thing. We want to do. What was it? Yeah, we want to do a French one. I think. Me, her, and another whore or something. We call it.
That's what you should call it. Me, her, and
No,
another whore.
it's a name like that. It's a name like I forgot what it was.
Pantelis
It's a,
et
funny,
pute.
it's a funny name. Yeah, she's fucking she's down and she's
funny.
you can't defend her. She has a crazy sense of humor.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think you'd have to do that job.
that's in the works. That we're gonna talk to her again about it.
Maybe
She's fun.
a sexologist show
What?
where we talk about
Sexologist?
sexology.
No.
I don't know.
Why would we talk about one job? Let's have a show about firemen. That's weird.
I'd watch that show. The Fireman Show. They live some crazy shit.
We're gonna sit there talk about firemen. That's a terrible
off.
podcast.
No, I think within the vein of
Oh, we
your-
need Erica Suarez. Actually.
Oh yeah,
Erica.
Yeah,
I've
it's true.
thought of Erica.
I never met
before.
her, but I watched the interview you guys did with her. It seemed like there was a fun vibe.
Erica, yeah, we like Erica.
Lady
Yeah,
side.
everybody gets along with her. Yeah, I like Erica a lot, actually.
Yeah,
We-
Mike
yeah.
even spoke to me about a show between me and Erica. Would be
Yeah,
good.
Erica. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's
But it's just scheduling and everything that we do.
I want to do
was
a
there
bit.
sexual tension there?
No, bro, she's
No.
fine. Like she's
no.
With her-
It's
no,
just
I don't know.
it's
Him.
It's funny
On his end.
She's like the female version of me, basically.
That's what worries me, and he's a
That's
narcissist.
She's not a narcissist.
He is though.
I'm not.
Yeah, he is.
So he might
is,
just
yeah.
be accidentally
hold on,
attracted
hold on,
to her.
I'm
He
not-
is,
I'm
but
not-
you need that. You can't have one non-narcissist and one narcissist. It won't work. You need one
That's why this
narcissist
works.
to carry the show. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need that. Yeah.
I am not a narcissist. I'm a little bit narcissistic, like everybody else, and like
hit
everyone
you.
in the arts.
Just him saying that.
Everyone
very
in the arts.
narcissistic.
Everyone
How's
in the
that
arts.
narcissistic?
Which
Go
arts
fuck
are you
yourself.
in?
Yeah, which arts are you in? You narcissist.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
You're more. You know what? You're not a narcissist. You're a fucking narc.
Yeah, your
With
arts
that Algerian
adjacent.
crossbody.
Go fuck
You
yourselves.
fucking narc.
You bastards.
Guess. I guess you're a narcissist.
Guess what? Guess a dick.
Erica Suarez, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we should talk to
Yeah.
Erica. I like Erica.
What was her name? One of your friends. Ah, fuck. I can't remember what her name was. It'll come to me.
The
I'll
other
come
good
back
one
to
was
it.
Sarah Quinn. But I
Sarah
think I
Quinn,
spoke
yeah.
to her about it, and she's not like she's like, oh, I'm not sure.
her
What would
thing?
I talk about? It's not. But she's good.
You know what's crazy? A lot of people worry about that, but
Yeah,
then-
a lot of the best people worry about that.
But it's not a real issue.
It's a slight concern. You need to know what your show's going to be about. Fine, I
yes.
can give them that. But I think they get stuck on that.
Maybe we have maybe we have like an English show with Erica and Sarah, like they have their show,
Oh.
and then we have a French one with us and like Erica or Sonia or us. Oh, he produced a show, so he's in it. Erica, Sonia, me, and him.
Oh yeah.
That's not a bad show. We have a guest. There's potential here.
Yeah.
There's potential
Potentialities.
Potentiality for new shows.
Potentialities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Potentialities.
yeah.
Interesting.
No, a show where the hosts are only women. Oh yeah, I would like that. Actually, let's do a show with just women.
You should do a live with only women. That's at night. Ladies of the night.
Ladies of the night. Yeah, maybe a show with just chicks. Like the show I said, like Erica and Sarah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good show.
Sarah would be very good. She's very well spoken.
And if with Eric, so you're not alone.
Yeah,
They come with topics together.
I mean, alone is rough. Solo podcasting is rough. There's a reason Film My Hole keeps going into hiatus. Like I struggle
Yeah, bro.
because
it's not for
I
everyone.
haven't released, but I haven't not recorded. I've recorded. They're just garbage. I'm like,
The
I'm not
fact that
putting
you
this up.
recognized it is not only a huge step, but self-awareness, as my friend Abba says, is key. Self-awareness, huge.
I'm not sure if you're complimenting me or insulting
I'm
me.
complimenting
Oh,
you.
okay.
So most people are not self-aware. So
Oh,
it's
I'm
shit.
extremely self-aware. That's why I'm so anxious.
And even if people tell them it's shit, they're like, no, it isn't. I get fucking,
Look,
I got
that
3
can
views.
get you fucking far, though.
Yes and no. You need to have talent to back it up. It could open
Yeah.
some doors for you because you fool people. I'm not gonna say it because then it's gonna start a
No.
it's gonna start a war. But there's someone who made. I'm so. I'll tell you guys after.
Oh, now-
but
now you're killing
people.
me.
No, you don't even know this person. You don't care.
I
He
just want
will.
the context
but
and
it's
the
just
story.
the context of another artist that
Okay.
is a shitty human being, but very bad on stage. But got away. I'm not gonna say why because it'll make it too obvious who it is.
Okay.
But got away with it for a while. And then now, when they're getting like a lot of recognition, people are like, "Oh,
Oh, I know who.
they're not. This is terrible." And I'm like, as bad as the art is, it's an even worse human being. So
I also
Don't you worry.
follow an artiste
funny.
who you do know, who I won't name, an artiste of the arts person who puts out content regularly without fail, and I commend their commitment
I love
to
that.
their bad craft.
Yeah.
But so bad, and not objectively bad. Like such terrible content has zero engagement. But this poor person, this individual, they're just out there. They're still going but it's bad, and I want to tell them, but I feel so bad. And then every so often you see family members in the comments going, "You're doing so great."
what?
Never mind. I think
Mouth that again for me.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even. I can't even tell what he said.
yeah, that's-
all I
that's-
saw
Yeah.
is this. That's all.
What did you
That's
see?
all I
I didn't
saw.
see it. What did you see?
I saw it. It
Hold
looked.
on, I didn't catch that.
It looked like when donkeys licks. Like I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
What it look like? What? How did you?
The way
Which
you
what
did
was
it
your
is you didn't
invitation?
just move your tongue. You moved your whole chin with
Yeah.
it.
That's what I saw. That's what I
What
saw.
did you
What the
see?
fuck's happening?
Could you do it again for me,
It's
please?
done.
Don't do
bro.
it again.
The
Don't
the
do it
moment has
again.
passed.
I
my
might have
friend.
an orgasm. Stop it. My asshole
Oh
twitched.
my god.
Oh my god! Look at him.
But Sarah is a very good idea because when she speaks, she sounds.
All right, enough about this, bro. We're gonna deal with this behind the scenes.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
ladies
a show.
of the night coming soon.
Yeah.
Ladies of
No, it's
the
not gonna be
night.
ladies of the
I know.
night.
I just like my title.
But
you
we're
hate all
gonna-
my titles.
I also have another idea. I want to do maybe Monday to Wednesday or Monday to Thursday. I want to do live something called Neon Noons, where we go
Neon
live
Noons.
at noon. Yeah, and we talk with people. Like it's kind of like Pantelis Live, but more produced because Pantelis Live is just us doing nothing.
yeah, that's
At
pretty apt.
noon.
And getting angry at each other.
Getting guests, whatever, at noon, like an actual radio show, but on YouTube. We go live, or just for Patreon or whatever the fuck. But we go live at noon,
aside
Monday to
from-
Wednesday, let's say, and then Thursday it's in French. It's a different show, but just for our French viewers.
Nun néon.
So, you know what I mean?
That's
La
funny.
Noon.
That's good, huh?
Yeah,
funny.
something like that.
But aside from this show, what's the other lives on the channel? Just Pantelis
Pantelis
Live?
Live.
Do they do as well statistically as the other shows?
Pantelis Live does better than a lot of the shows, especially live, because everyone knows it now. It's like like you know the time we're
It's
gonna be
also
on.
on a
and shit.
Sunday, but
It's
like
also on a
this
Sunday.
show is not getting the live views that Pantelis does.
No, people are at work.
Yeah.
Even the live views, it gets more views afterwards.
Yeah, everything gets more views
That's
afterwards.
what I've always wondered. Like, is the
And
morning show
everything-
necessarily doesn't need to be live? I've always wondered.
No, the morning
that.
show needs to be live. That's
Yeah.
its gimmick.
Yeah.
That's
But
its gimmick,
and then
yeah.
everything else, it gets all its numbers like audio, like a Frenchcast.
Oh, shit.
Frenchcast does phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Audio. Yeah. I think maybe video too, but audio it kills. It kicks ass.
Yeah. Eh?
Yeah, audio.
Fuck, that's good.
Just Spotify, we're like
That's
a couple
good.
100,000. Like it's fucking it's absurd. The Frenchcast. That's what I'm saying. I would like to call to have another show,
Yeah.
a French one. Maybe a live. You know, we have like the Neon Noons, and then like Monday to Wednesday is English, and then Thursday it's all the French people come. It's like a radio show. People could even come in like guests and just chill for an
Yeah,
hour
yeah,
and
yeah.
bounce. It's not a
Yeah.
bad idea. Huh?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I like this. I
So I
like
have a lot of thoughts. up here in the works for new
Fuck, we
shows.
want to do a lot, bro. We want to do
Yeah.
new shows, sketches.
But Sarah and Erica would like that. We do a logo for them. We make a show
Yeah.
for them, and then they have their own show. They could sell sponsors. They could make
Yeah.
their money.
I could produce it. I could say my stupidities.
Yeah, you could produce it. Let them, they're in safe hands,
Yeah.
mostly.
Well,
What other big news has been happening? Biden fell off a bike. That's not news. What else?
He paid off his son's prostitution bills.
Who?
Joe Biden.
Like recently?
Yeah. He paid off. He owed 30 grand. Hunter Biden.
He owed 30 grand to one hooker.
No, to multiple escort agencies. Sorry.
Really?
Yes. He owed 30 grand, and his papa.
Seems like an odd thing to owe. Like, that's going to get out. Why don't you just pay
That's
them?
a lot of escorts, bro. That's a lot of sex, bro.
Maybe it's just like
You know how
three
much
high-end ones.
Nah, bro. Nah. You know how much 30 grand worth of you know how much pussy that can buy, bro?
Pray tell.
That's a lot of pussy, bro. Like, you could bang for a year, I think regularly, like once a week. Or if it's like really high end, once a month.
How much does Soya cost?
Well, so if you were to spend that on Sonia, or just meeting her here and there, you could bang her, I think, all year.
No. Really?
Well, it's still expensive compared to like regular escorts. It's just more high end.
He's telling me that Hunter Biden, Joe Biden just paid off a $30,000 escort bill.
Was it for one visit or for like?
That's what I asked.
He racked up a bill.
He doesn't
he
know.
racked up a bill.
But he says he racked it up. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible, bro. You can't. There's
There
no.
is
there's
no
way.
vagina that is that bomb ass that it costs
There's no way.
$30,000
Yeah,
for one
no
time.
one. Well,
Nah, bro.
One time.
think about somebody
The
super
only-
famous that
the
you don't get a
only
chance.
hookers that
Still.
get paid a lot of money
Is the
are
ones that go to Saudi Arabia.
Really, those or the ones that hang around with Dan Bilzerian.
Those, yeah,
Is
those,
he still fucking relevant in 2022?
I think in
don't
his
think
world.
so.
In his world, yeah.
Whose
In the
world? I
weed
think he meant
world.
your world.
No,
No.
in like in that
in,
bizarre,
yeah?
in the weird. In
The
the
Bills
weir-
reverse.
in the Bills verse.
The Bills verse, yeah. You got a little fluffy.
Thank you.
No, oh no, oh, it's not a fluffy. It's a very white hair.
Yeah.
Welcome to party.
Huh?
Yeah. I think you're gonna be interesting when you go completely white.
I'm never gonna go completely white.
Well, eventually.
No, it's not in my genes.
With the
There's always some hair,
The
yeah.
mans
There's
of your
always-
family line, they have the darkness.
Bro,
They
I
have the
think Jorge
darkness.
might actually be retarded
Why?
What do you
because
do?
he's like, isn't she like $1,000 a visit? But if you're spending 30 grand, even if she's $1,000 a visit, you can like, let's say you meet
But
her
why
once
would
a
he be
week.
retarded?
Because he's saying
Isn't that correct?
No, he's saying that's barely a month.
Yeah, that's 30 times.
No, but if you see her, I
'Cause
was
you
saying
said a year.
I was saying if you see her like once a week.
That's not what you said. You literally said in this spot you could bang her every day for a year. That's
didn't
why
say
I was,
every day.
You did. You said every
No,
day
I
you could
didn't.
bang every day for a year.
I said you could see her all year.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Are you retarded?
Yeah, if you see her all year,
All year,
that's every day. Yeah.
I didn't
All
say
year,
every day,
or else
though.
you don't see her all
Oh,
year.
you
If you
mean-
see her once a month,
I meant like if you see her like every week, bro.
Well, you
But
did not
52 weeks,
articulate
Yeah,
that
you didn't say that.
clearly.
You said all year.
You did not
yeah.
articulate that
If
clearly.
if I
And
tell
called Jorge
you have a job all
retarded.
year, let's say,
Yes, he is.
I'm not gonna pay you once and be like, well, you had a week in this year, or you had once a week. No, either you're there all employed all year, or you're not.
Quick maths,
Yeah.
bruv. Quick maths.
Yeah,
Look, we said I was
he
quick.
proved your
Listen.
retardation.
Listen, you don't have the facilities for that. big math.
Olga's backing me up. I didn't say every day.
Okay, but you said all year.
Olga
same
would
thing.
drink your
Yeah, but
bathwater.
I said-
Dude, Olga would drink
No,
your bathwater.
she wouldn't.
She would.
That's disgusting.
She looks up to you.
Yeah.
No,
You're
but,
her,
but
She
prior,
reveres you.
prior
you're,
to
her,
the-
you're her intellectual
Prior-
big brother.
prior
Wow.
to the all year
Poor
that I
Olga.
said,
We
prior to
ruined
the,
her there.
prior,
We went
go,
wrong.
go fuck yourself.
She
Prior,
looks at you. She's like, "How can one man be so smart?"
prior to the all year, I said I gave examples of 1 week or once a week or once a month. That's what. I
Look,
meant.
bro, how about you give us details on where you found out that Biden paid for escorts?
Jorge is just like, please stop. Please stop.
Bro, I'm putting him in the gulag.
Don't put him
Why?
in the gulag.
You should be in the gulag.
Put yourself in the fucking gulag.
I'll put myself in the gulag too, but
Take
I'm gonna
Olga
put him
with
first
you.
No, Olga didn't do anything.
No, that was a gift to Olga. Why'd you put him in the gulag?
because I felt like it. I'm dictator.
This is why this channel doesn't grow. He just aggresses
that,
people.
no,
Yeah.
that's why it grows.
Yeah,
This show, not this channel.
yeah, this show, everybody
The
comes in,
channel's
they're
growing.
scared to talk, bro.
What do you think this is, Canada?
Yeah. You think
Actually,
it's
yeah.
just, you think this is Trudeau's Canada? This is my Canada.
Canadistan.
Canadistan.
Yeah.
So how did you find out about Biden paying for escorts?
Sorry.
How did you find
Can we
out
change subjects?
about Joe Biden paying for escorts?
From a friend of a friend.
He called in his marker.
it might
He's
not
like,
even be
"Poseidon,
real.
I
He's
need
just
a-"
No,
making
it's
shit
a
up.
joke. I saw it. There was articles about it.
That's what I'm asking. Where are the articles? Like, is it the Guardian or is it real news sources?
I don't remember. I don't remember, but apparently he gave him like 100 grand.
It's the way you said.
Like he transferred him 100 grand to pay off his debts.
Okay, all right. Can we talk about Saint Jean?
Ah, so none of that makes sense. That's all speculation.
Can we talk about François Legault? No.
What do you do?
Hating multiculturalism.
He hates multicultural. I didn't hear about
Oh,
this.
did you guys
you miss
see?
this?
Yeah.
No, that was hilarious. Did you see him? You didn't see him go up on stage.
Oh man,
No.
he got booed. He got booed. So wait, you find it? Okay, shut up. You find it. I'll set up context. The day before or 2 days before this happened, leading up to the Saint Jean festivities,
Yeah.
he came out and said that not all cultures should be treated equally because they're not equal. I'm paraphrasing because it was in
shit,
French.
okay,
and that the French culture should always be above all the others because we love our culture, which is fine, but we're against multiculturalism. That's what he said.
Quebec isn't against multiculturalism.
Bastards, I
He
can't
said
find
he
it.
is, right? Then during the Saint
What culture is fucking your own sister? Because that's not Quebec culture.
Sweet.
That's all. That's all
home
him.
Alabama.
That's all him, bro. So clearly he's multicultural when he wants to be.
He's multicultural.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I found it.
Oh, okay. I gotta put my
All
headphones
right, yeah,
on.
yeah, we'll put on the
All right.
headphones.
Hold on.
What's going on here?
How do I pause this?
I gotta tan my leg.
I fucking ow! I cut myself shaving my head and it fucking hurts.
Hey, he's on stage. Where is this?
In
It was
Quebec.
during Saint
It says right there, Repentigny.
Oh, the
Saint
Pantelis.
Is that what booed is in French? Hué? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I learned a
Yeah,
word.
is he?
Okay.
Or you can say chouet too, no?
I have no idea.
I would have just said
Wait.
Ilon boué.
So what is this?
So
Why do I
he's
feel like there's an
addressing the
echo in my
crowd.
headphones?
He's addressing the crowd. He's
There is
speaking.
an echo in the headphones.
It's weird, huh?
Hello.
That's what I told you, but there's no echo in this one.
Oh,
Maybe it's just
okay.
the
We'll figure it
headphones.
out.
We'll
Yeah,
figure
yeah,
it out.
I was
yeah.
talking to you about it
Let's
last
see.
time.
Can the fans see this?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's
I
see.
wonder if they could hear it because we never tried
Yes.
this. They should be able
I
to hear
think they should be able.
We
to.
have. No.
it. Oh, they're getting booed.
Yeah, she's getting booed, bro.
I like the one guy waving like hi.
They're all laughing at him. S'il vous plaît.
Oui, écoutez,
Even got a lady.
tellement content de vous voir. 2 ans. Et là, ce soir, on est tous ensemble
Yeah, because you fucked
pour
us.
se dire qu'on est fiers d'être Québécois.
Boo.
Oh
they
my
booed
God.
that. Oh, fuck this guy.
my God!
But
Oh
you
my
did you
God.
see what just happened? People realized the game. He tricked them by nationalism. He said, we're all proud to be Quebec. It's like, bro, we're not falling for it, you
Fuck
dipshit.
you.
We're not retarded.
And that wasn't a hick town. Like that's Repentigny.
Yeah.
I mean, not a massive city, but
Look,
very
bro,
close to metropolitan Montreal.
I've met
so
a lot of people from Repentigny, bro.
That's pretty hit.
There are
Yeah.
many Greek people who own restaurants there. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
those are clever businessmen.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
yeah. No, but you saw that.
Hey,
They're not falling for it.
duck.
But you saw they're not falling for it. Quebecers are like,
But this is
suck a dick,
this
bro.
is on the heels of like right after he made a really fucking. I don't care what you say and what the context was. It was a racist statement. He basically said we're against multiculturalism. Can you find the actual quote of what he said, Poseidon?
Sorry?
What did he say about multiculturalism? I don't want to paraphrase it.
yeah, it's all Quebecers that were there, bro.
because
Trust
he
me.
was like,
Quebecers are getting fed up with this bullshit.
it was weird because I read that and then I got hit by a trend on Instagram Reels called Puziki.
I don't know what that is, but I don't want to get into it right now. I want to stay on this topic.
It was hilarious.
So Poseidon, this cocksucker who's talking about we hate multiculturalism. Quebec is based on multiculturalism.
Quebec's premier rejects
But
multiculturalism as
the
province
Quebecois
celebrates Fête
culture
Nationale.
is multi.
100%.
It takes from
Yeah.
whatever Canada had turned into, France. It took
It's a
already.
multicultural
Just
culture.
Montreal alone was fucking built by the Irish, the Chinese,
Fed by us.
the Greeks and Italians. Like everything is multi. Whether you like it or not, there's
100%.
multiculturalism.
I just want. Can you find
Now I
the
do
actual
agree with
quote?
one thing he said. All cultures are definitely not created equal. That's for sure.
I mean,
I'll give you an example.
basically
We're in
said-
Quebec. We're in Quebec, right? For example,
Yeah.
we'll have Buddhist temples. You could eat it. You could do whatever you want. We're not going to start pushing homosexuals off roofs. Like there needs to be boundaries. That I agree with. However,
But that's not what he meant.
that's not what he meant.
He
No.
meant your
No,
cultures are fine.
basically-
We'll accept them, but ours is better. Don't forget.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
can't, I
yeah.
can't find the exact quote, but basically he said that the Quebec's position is at odds with the federal government's approach, which pushes for multiculturalism.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Jorge
Keep
wrote.
going.
No, Jorge wrote it. He quote. He does your job better than you. Not all cultures are on the same level. Let's promote interculturalism, not multiculturalism.
What is interculturalism?
That's. I think he's like come into ours basically. If you're here and you have your culture, fuck your culture. Come into ours. But that culture is a multicultural culture.
Yeah.
That's what's weird about
I'm
it.
gonna find the actual.
Well,
quote
he
'cause
described
I've-
Canadian multiculturalism as a barrier to Quebec's efforts to become a distinct nation.
The reason why he says that is to trick people who are not educated into thinking that that's true. But that is not true.
No.
100% not true.
I'd like to find it in French because I don't trust the English media.
Yeah.
To
The
quote it
problem
right.
that Canadian multiculturalism was elaborated as a weapon of assimilation. These are all being used as weapons. Another thing to remember is I want to repeat this again for people that forgot. Montreal, Quebec in general, was the leader in Canada till the 80s. Montreal was the big city.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to be here. This was the unofficial capital of Canada. Business was done here. Everybody would talk about Quebec. Montreal was everywhere. In the States, they'll talk about Montreal, Montreal, Montreal. After the first referendum, we lost our businesses, all kinds of shit. People moved. They went Toronto. That's when Toronto started to grow. The reason why Toronto is what it is today is because we fucked up here in Quebec. And then we did it again in the 90s. And the same thing. More companies left, more money left. And now we're stuck again with the same stupid argument of if we want, and all we're doing is destroying Quebec every time we do it. However, the more Quebec gets destroyed, the more power the government has because they keep saying, we're the only ones that could save you. We're the only ones that can help you. And like idiots, we're like, oh, for sure, they're the only ones that could save us. They're the
They
ones that can help
haven't
us.
created all the
But
problems we
they
have.
created these fucking problems. Quebec was fucking exploding. It was top. It would have been, we would have been unshakable. And what did we do? We shook ourselves. We shook our own baby. Shaken baby syndrome is what happened. Stop shaking this baby. It's my baby. Don't shake Quebec. Leave Quebec alone.
Quebec alone.
Keep Quebec alone.
I'm just trying to find
Yeah.
the quote. C'est important qu'on ne mette pas toutes les cultures au même niveau.
I'm okay with that.
C'est pourquoi on s'oppose au multiculturalisme.
That's weird. No, I'm not opposed to multiculturalism, but like I said, I'm not going to accept every
I
like
want to find this interculturalism
like a
thing.
culture. Like I'm not going to.
I never read
Look,
that
I
anywhere.
think to a certain degree, any person from any nation that comes to Canada in general has to integrate themselves into the system here.
Yeah.
But while maintaining their identity and who they are.
Yeah, exactly. You're in Quebec now. You.
I think that's the balance.
you
'cause
conform, but you keep. You
But what
don't
is the
erase who
difference
you are.
between interculturalism and multiculturalism?
You're just making shit up for us to argue.
yeah, interculturalism is basically the existing culture.
Yeah. Like come in, but everyone does, whether you like it or not. You're gonna get influenced, and you're gonna slowly adapt.
What are you saying?
But you can't get rid of all the culture. You need it.
Like-
That's what makes it spicy.
Yeah, well, we learn French, English. Like, I feel like the Americans understand this better because even in the
Americans don't get
States,
this.
No,
I
they
think
don't get it.
No,
They don't have to deal with the same shit we do because the Americans don't.
Americans
have,
are Americans.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
they don't
No.
have to deal with this. I'm Albertan. I'm Quebec. They don't have to deal with the same shit.
no, because they have
for
a
Texas.
lot of people speaking. They have a lot of people speaking Spanish, but because they're more business oriented, they're
But-
more open.
You're not understanding. You're
necessarily.
making a completely different argument.
Yeah, I see.
The people that speak Spanish, right, in the States are not like, this is this is-
Mexico.
Yeah. The New York is really New Yorkers. And we need
I
to
see what you mean.
they don't have that issue.
Yeah.
I see what
Whereas
you mean.
us, it's a touchy subject. But what we don't realize, what some people don't realize, is that all the efforts that the local government here does provincially that says it's for Quebec culture and to promote it, hurts Quebec culture. So since the 80s, they've been hurting the Quebec culture and the Quebec prosperity. And every time they hurt it, they blame someone else.
Yeah.
They force businesses out, they force money out there, and then they go, you see these guys, they're
left.
just leaving. But they keep doing it. And then they
I
keep telling people,
can't,
I'll fix it, I'll fix it. But
what's-
now I think people are getting fed
My
up. Like
issue
the
is they
booing
always-
at Pantelis
Yeah.
is big. That's big news.
You
Yeah.
said multiple times in that statement just now, your example, Quebec culture, Quebec culture, Quebec. Like, I would love to know, what do they define it as? Like, what is?
Well,
Am
you
I
know what
part of
Quebec-
Quebec
What's
culture?
it?
No, I want to know.
No, you are part of Quebec
Am
culture.
I though?
Yeah.
In
Of
their
course you are.
eyes.
No, in whose eyes? In his eyes,
In
no.
the people who
No,
are
in his eyes,
Bro,
spewing this shit.
all he has in his eyes is the delicious lips of his sister. So here's the thing. Alexander the Great, yes, we go around conquering and opening up universities.
Yeah.
What a, by the way, that's ballsy, yeah?
Why
Yeah.
did you just say Alexander the Great?
Because they had mentioned in the
Oh,
chat.
okay.
Be like Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, that's confidence in your own culture. I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna take over these cities, and instead of subjugating and being like your culture doesn't exist, yeah, your culture exists, but we're gonna open up a university and teach you what Hellenism is, and it's so badass you're gonna want to adopt it. That's confidence in your culture, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of confidence.
That's huge confidence. Yeah, I like
Which
that.
camera was I on?
This one.
Okay, good.
Do it again, though. I didn't catch you. I don't know why you're doing that.
Olga's making fun of my French.
Oh.
I hate reading it. I had to do a voiceover in
If
French
Canada
for a video.
really
the other day. It was
vouched
so
for
bad.
multiculturalism, they would have preached for French Canadian in mostly English provinces. They would have preached for the native cultures too, and it wasn't the case. No, Canada doesn't understand what multiculturalism is because they don't promote their own culture within Canada,
Which is multicultural.
which is multicultural. Which I already said this in all of Canada. There's no reason why we have 2 official languages, so there's no reason why French and English aren't mandatory everywhere across the board. Swiss, they fucking speak 6 languages and they're a bunch of assholes. We could do 2. And same thing, I was never
Why do
taught
you hate the Swiss?
anything about, because they're criminals, bro.
That's true.
They steal everyone's money.
Full
And
of
then they
holes.
play, they play the whole card of, we're neutral. Yeah, we robbed the Jews, but we're
Neutral.
neutral. Like,
This Jew money is our money now.
yeah, it's not
know
neutral,
what
bro.
accent that
That's
was.
not
I
neutral,
don't-
bro.
I
You're
don't
supporting the Nazis. So same thing that the Vatican did. Fuck them too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no. I'm not. You're really good. Anyways, she's talking
talking
about
to me,
you
yeah.
and your accent. So that's not multicultural. Also the Cree and native stuff, bro. They never taught me in school. Bro, I don't even know one word.
That's not true. I did.
That is true.
We
100%.
learned word, language,
Yeah.
the language. Yeah, no, not a word.
I don't like how you jumped in to call me a
I
liar.
thought you
with
said they never taught you about the Cree.
No, they never taught me one word. I don't know one word, bro.
I know at least one word, tipi.
Even some.
It's
no,
not
it's not.
tipi, it's wigwam.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
You
Anyways,
fucking asshole.
retard. So even
That's
like
what I
even
was-
someone who
we-
doesn't speak a word of French, they come here, they'll know bonjour or whatever. Bro, in this country, I was never taught how to say hello in a native.
Yeah,
Do you
that's true.
watch?
Actually, let's Google
Do you
it.
follow what's his name? Oh fuck, the fuck you English guy.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's fucking funny.
The black
Did you
guy?
See, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see what he put out on Saint Jean? I couldn't figure out if it was a parody
No.
or if he was making an announcement.
No, it just sometimes comes to my feed.
I think, unless he was joking, but it felt like it was real. The Saint Jean Baptiste Society reached out to him and he's like, "Yo, I'm making fun of you." They were like, "Yo, come celebrate with us," and he's like, "No, this is a character. I speak English. You morons."
Funny.
By the way, because I'm searching up for like how to speak like
Fuck you English?
No, the native tongues.
Yeah,
here,
we go
like
on.
some words. But I accidentally pulled up the demographics of
Repenting you?
the languages in the province of Quebec.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
curious.
he keeps saying there's less and less French speakers in this.
French
that.
is in decline in the
there is.
metropolitan
Yes,
areas.
it is. 100% it is.
78% of the people in Quebec
Could speak French.
are native speakers of
Yeah,
French.
Yeah, of course. Dude, I'm a native speaker of French.
No,
my
you're not.
Yes, I am. My langue maternelle on my diploma says français.
Yeah,
What-
but
what
that's
did you
not your
write?
real language though.
That's the statistics you're reading. That's the
No,
my
hold
langue
on, hold on,
maternelle
hold on,
by
time out.
law. My langue maternelle by law it says français. I
Where?
still
But
have
then
my
that would mean
Where?
100% of
when
the
you
people.
when you
Hold on.
graduate from high school where they give you a paper.
Is
of
that
your-
where they take the
Yeah,
information
and
from?
your
Or from
langue
the census?
maternelle,
Or are they
your
taking it
langue
from the
maternelle,
census?
your langue maternelle is French too because you went to the same school I did. Yes,
No,
it is.
no, I don't
And now,
think.
I went to English high school.
No, but you went the same elementary as I did.
So they're counting me
hold
as
on.
langue maternelle.
I saw this when I wanted to switch to English school the last year of high school. That's when I found it. And they had even told me to go, if you want, you could take this English class because I had already graduated in English, and we could change your langue maternelle to English.
Really?
Yeah.
No, they did a 2011 census.
It's from but they're getting their numbers from the census results.
But 78% of people here, like let's say I could natively speak French, but it doesn't mean that I'm what we consider a native
speaker.
Quebecer.
Oh, hold on. No,
Oh,
the
that's what
census.
you're trying to get at. I see
hold
what
on.
you mean.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
this
I
is-
hope that 80% could speak French.
This is from a 2011 census that all the population for that, you know, like those like
Yeah.
the federal
You know what a
government gives.
census
Yeah, I
is.
could speak, and me,
Yeah.
I would speak.
Didn't we
It's
just
But
do a
so this
census
is
during
not. So
COVID?
hold on. So this is not from the high school thing, like you said. This is from that paper. 78% of Quebecers, 78.1, they said that their maternal language, their
Yes,
first language, is
these-
French.
yeah,
these-
mine is too.
The statistics, unless you wrote in your census French, it's not. You're not
It
in
is.
that
I did
percentage.
write- that
You
is
did?
my-
Okay.
Why would you write French though?
Because that is legally, and that is the.
I don't.
I wrote English.
I always write Greek.
But
'Cause I
your
want
mother
us- I
tongue
want
isn't
us to
English
count.
either. Your mother tongue, technically, by your logic, should be Greek. That's
Actually,
what your
it
mom
is.
taught
It is
you.
Greek. Yeah.
But you put English.
My mother tongue is Greek. I only learned English when I
My
was
my actual
5 years
mother
old.
tongue, my actual mother tongue is Greek. That's
Yeah,
the
actually,
first thing I
the
spoke,
first words
and that's
that-
what I swear
yeah,
in.
the first
Yeah.
words
That's
that-
what I swear.
Yeah. But here
That's
I
how you
remember.
really decide
But
about
here
a
in
tongue.
I remember when I got the paper because when I went to Montreal High, they asked me. They go, if you want to take the English, you want to redo and finish your Sec 5 in English here. It will change your langue maternelle to English. And I was like, oh, that's so weird how that works. I don't know if it's
I've
so that my
been,
kids could go to English school later. I think maybe that's why.
I've been trying. No, your kids can't go to English school. Even you have to have done school, your whole schooling. It's that whole law. That's what I was about to talk about. I've been having an issue now because I have.
But
that
I hope
paper,
that people
right?
here can. If they would tell us that 20% speak French, that would be a huge problem.
No, yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
super in the decline, bro. French is super in the decline. Just look at me.
Yeah.
Math-wise, it's in decline.
But that's because the way they teach math is compared to English, it's way more complicated. I think it has to do something with that. I read.
What
this.
did you just say?
Yeah.
Did you just
The
say?
strategies
Hold on,
that they take-
hold on. I'm gonna restart because I feel like
Hit the high button
mental
right now.
retardation. Hold on. Mathematically, it's in decline. Statistically, French Quebecers. So stupid. French Quebecers statistically are having less children. More immigrants are coming in who themselves are having more children, and their native tongue is not French. Mathematically, it is in decline. It's not in decline for the reason they say it's not in decline because people are hated and they stop speaking. That's not why. Mathematically, though, the population exchange is making it so that it's in decline.
I completely misunderstood the wrong thing, bro. Hold on, I'm dizzy, bro. I'm dizzy from that, bro.
That was too
For
dumb.
a millisecond, I was like, "That's a good joke, Poseidon." And then I saw his face because I turned. I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh, dude, I misunderstood completely what you
Yes,
said. Oh,
you did.
Gabe's is gonna clip that.
Oh man!
That was a short bus moment, yeah. Oh my
I need
god.
a second just to catch my breath after that.
Yeah.
I'm dizzy.
Nine. I'm already doing it in French. I do mostly French stand-up now because there's more rooms in French to do. I go both ways.
Supply and demand is what you
yeah.
do. They demand it
Oh
in
my
français
God.
and you give it to them.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Oh, it hurts to everything right
But
now.
yeah, that's why. So it is in decline in that sense. What I'm saying is the way they're describing the decline is not real.
Yeah.
It's not people attacking the French language. It's just statistically.
Mathematically, there's a
Yeah.
decline. Sure.
Like there's gonna be less balabanos in this room if he has one kid and I have 10 in here and you have another 3. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right
Why-
now
why
it's
would you-
1/3.
Why
I
would you
agree
bring
with
that
you,
up?
yeah.
Right
Why-
now it's
you know that's
1/3.
a sore point
That's
for
a
me
sore
because
point.
I have no sons.
So but it's way different than me being like, get the fuck out of here, Balabans. You're not allowed to speak anymore.
Yeah.
That's way different. Like the reason for decline.
You know what's really crazy? The document that exempts you from French school, that historic English community
Yeah.
thing.
No, but French isn't dying, and that no, it's gonna every culture in the world, especially like the Western cultures, they're all in decline population-wise versus what was it, North African or Arab cultures when they move in.
Muslim
Yeah,
cultures.
a lot of Muslim cultures because a lot of the Muslim cultures are
Why are you
new
laughing?
immigrants.
I'm just laughing.
A lot of Muslim cultures are new immigrants to new spots,
And they have no
your
sex
first,
ed.
Yeah, no, your first thing is normally that's you build a family like the Greeks did when they first came here. I knew people with it was the family with 12 kids, so they would look at Hasidic Jews, for example. So except they've been here for a while, they're still
stay in their neighborhoods.
Hasids are a different story.
Yeah.
But in general, new immigrants do that. They have
lot
a
of kids.
population boom. So that's why that's happening. Even in Greece, same thing. Greece has a negative
Greece
birth
is
rate.
one of the worst fucking birth rates in Europe.
Greece has a negative, and everything but Greek in Greece is having a way positive birth rate. So if that were to continue, then technically Greece and Greek culture wouldn't exist anymore in 50 to 100 years. But
Maybe a little
something
longer
always
than that,
something
but yeah.
always
Yeah.
shifts. Yeah,
There-
something always shifts. I'm just saying. So that's everywhere. It's not
Nothing like a good
That's why the
pogrom.
Quebec thing of it's dying. It's bro. This is a case of everywhere, and the way you're going about it is the wrong way. Because if you start attacking people and forcing them,
Yeah.
they're purposely going to go against it,
Yeah.
which is going to lead to a complete decline.
Yeah.
You need to want them to
But
come in.
there are certain
Name.
languages.
Is it Name or Nine?
Name. There are certain languages.
By the
Okay.
way, guys, just so you know,
He's right, though.
He's right, or she's right.
Yeah.
Nine.
I think it's he, but he's right. Yeah.
Anyways, let us know, 90.
Integrated when they moved out.
The casse-croûte culture of Quebec,
It's Greek.
we did that.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right though. Greeks
yeah.
integrated.
When Quebecois people
Oh, we
brag
integrate
about that
100%.
snack bar casse-croûte culture, I'm like, no.
It depends who
You're
like,
welcome.
Like you know how there's still old Italians, Greeks, or that don't speak a word of English or French or whatever.
But after like 70, do you give a fuck about learning a new
No,
language?
but you've been here for some. My mom's thing is whenever someone like a Greekster can't either in English or in French, they can't get around.
How's your mom's French? I've never heard it.
It's okay.
Yeah?
But it makes you laugh. Sounds
she's
like
functional.
Sounds like a big baby. Yeah, yeah.
Big baby.
But it's functional, and but her English, she can communicate in English too. But again, she has the Greek accent, which you can laugh.
That's fine.
But her, whenever she finds out like an old Greekster who's been here for 60 years, 50 years, can't speak a word of English or French, and like asks her for help or something, she does it. She'll help, but she always gets upset. She goes. She goes, 50 χρόνια δεν έχει μάθει μία λέξη.
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
She goes, this is embarrassing. Like,
My,
you've been here, you live here, this is
but
your country.
that's
You can't
very-
learn one fucking word.
You know what's fucking
that-
wild? My mom, who's 60, who was born here,
Yeah.
barely speaks French.
She was in the
Barely.
English system, man.
She was in English, and she was in that part of those years where it wasn't only you're in the English system because you're not Catholic. It's fuck you English, right? Like get the fuck out of here. Don't be part of society. Like 70s, right?
Yeah, yeah. we got fooled by the government.
My mom understands French, but sometimes I see her like when they speak quick
They
French,
struggle.
and my dad's like, "I got this," and he steps in. His French is not much better, but he doesn't know that. He's very confident.
Good.
Which so he's
Confident
fine.
Bill is my favorite Bill.
And he says all kinds of crazy shit in French, but people tend to understand, and he's jovial, so they like him. And I'm like, how? You're like Westmount people.
I like
How
when
did
it's
this happen?
random. Bonjour, besoin de plumbing, toilette, doigt dans les fesses, tu sais.
What was my dad's famous French joke? He goes, "Do you know how to say a flat tire in French?" I was like,
Greeks are
"No,
scared
Dad."
in Greece to lose their language. It's a whole,
Of course,
not
it's
their
a-
language, but the whole negative birth rate. Because statistically, if it keeps going the way it is, in between 50 and 100 years, it's going to be an Islamic state,
We'll
and it
just
won't.
assimilate those Albanians too.
Yeah,
We've
that's
done
what
it
they're.
before.
So if you go by, they are, but they're not. The way they go about it is not by forcing this and that. It's just because it's part of the society. So you're going to learn Greek or whatever. There's
But also,
nothing.
I'm not too worried. People usually fall in love with the Greek culture. Look at Yanni Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, but Yanni is Greek.
Yeah, he's Greek, but like his
Greeker than
family.
you, eh?
He's Greek, way Greeker than you.
100%. But like I'm talking about his family. Like his family probably.
Family's Greek too, bro.
I'll
They
say
speak
what
Greek.
I've
but
always
they
said
im-
about
but they
Greek, 'cause
immigrated to
I'm
Greece,
not
right?
very
But they're still
worried
Greek.
about.
But that's not. I'm not arguing whether
I'm
they're
not
Greek or
concerned
not.
with the Greek culture being in decline.
I
Like,
think it's too strong.
I think people misunderstand what Greek culture is, and they think it's a genetic thing, which it
There's
isn't.
a part of it is
Maybe
we're
a
an,
part
we're
of
an
it, fine.
ethnos.
We are an ethnos, but not in a genetic sense, in my opinion.
Well, that's what it means,
because
though.
there's no such thing as a genetic ethnos in Europe. Like we're just there's always
Yeah,
going
there
to
are
be some
ethno-states in Europe.
There, yes, fine, but we're like a religious ethnos state too, like the Jews were to some extent. So there's always going to be overlap, right?
No, I know, but we are an
I know, but that
ethnicity.
means
We're
that anyone who comes in can easily become part of that ethnos within a
Yeah,
generation or two.
of course.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
We were the first melting pot. We were.
but we are. That's part of the
That's
whole.
why I'm not concerned.
The description of ancient Greece when they said what is a Greek, right? It was the language. Right? What was it? It was the language, the religion. Yeah, exactly.
It's language,
The-
religion, and birthright. But I mean, birthright in our
You're
our
born.
times
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah, but then so it was anybody. So there was people that could become those Persians that would leave, come to Greece, and then basically be adopted into Hellenism and adopt. So we have that. Just like Antetokounmpo is Greeker than me and you. Antetokounmpo was a Greekster and a half, bro.
I was trying to
Did you
use
see
him.
what happened? This is super niche and super random. But did you see what happened at the Mad Awards in Athens?
The Muslims mostly learn Greek though. In Greece, bro. Trust me, I've Mike Patterson speaks better French than a lot of the people that I met at Omonia trying to speak Greek to me. Sure, trust me. And then
The
it's
Muslim Albanians learn English.
Albanian is
They
different
learn
story.
Greek, I
Forget
mean.
that they're. Don't mention the Muslim part. The fact that they're Albanian and they're there, they have the TV, the culture. Them, it's different because they grew
Yeah.
up speaking it. But the new ones that we get there don't give a fuck.
I gotta say, some of those Albanians are spitting mad rhymes in Greek. I'm like, yo.
It was
that's
happening
what-
with your boy, bro, fighting, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was
at
talking
the
about.
Mad Awards.
Fucking Light showed up, started beating up other Greek rappers, and my dad's like,
What?
you see, there goes Greece. I'm like, is this a racist
No,
thing?
it's all
What
the
are you
rap stuff.
saying?
No, it's all the
No,
rap
this
stuff.
is rap beef.
There was rap
It's all
beef,
rap.
yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
stupid.
But I've
But
never seen that in Greece.
what I'm saying is, even that, even though it is concerning to a certain extent, you're like, oh, our culture's gonna disappear. I think cultures are gonna fight through. We're just going through a period now where economic downfall, everything. People are not having a lot of kids, and everyone's worried about different stuff. But in Quebec, because shitty cultures, let's say they have a lot of kids. After a while, even a shitty culture is in threat of decline because people want to adopt it because it's shitty, it's aggressive, whatever. But cultures that are good, welcoming, let's say Quebec, Greek, fun, historic, people are going to be drawn to them. So they're not going to disappear. You get it? Shit cultures disappear because after a while, even people within your culture are like, what do you mean we're fucking cutting clits off or what? Like they might get, you know what I mean? They might not go for that as you progress. But cultures that are welcoming and shit don't really need to worry because people will mostly move into those cultures from shitty cultures.
I mean, the word
They'll be like, well,
culture
I
for me
was,
is
I don't know,
always
women
like,
get their noses cut off. So fucking
how do you
here.
define
Yeah,
culture? It's
he's
such
right,
an
actually.
ambiguous, not ambiguous. It's an abstract notion, right? So it's hard to define it. So to use it,
Yeah, Turkey does. That is that is true. Turkey, if they had their way, Greece would disappear. They said the crazy shit last week. Did you hear their culture minister?
see
They
what happened at Aegis?
why
Yeah.
is it called the Aegean? And
What do you mean?
that's an
That's
ancient.
insane.
That's a historic
been that
Greek.
name forever.
But that's what they said. That's a historic Greek. But that's bullshit. They go, why should it have that name? We should call it Turk Aegean. It's like, but why?
why would you just add Turk to it?
Yeah, you just got there.
They have a name for it. It's Ege.
Yeah,
Ege.
they go, why is it called the Aegean? Like they're complete. They go move the Greek military out of the Greek islands, or else we're gonna take over. But it's our islands. Why would we get off our islands, or you're gonna take? It doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. They're completely
completely
going
absurd.
crazy. in Turkey. They're trying to distract people from the shitty economy.
Yeah, they're just
And
using
they're
Greece
talking
as,
war,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
I said let them try.
There's been a lot of fucking airspace incursions. Like I know they always happen, but a lot more than usual.
Really? Huh?
Yeah,
Anyways,
they're
I'll
being-
let you know. I'll take pictures from roads because I'm right across. I'll
Oh,
just be like,
shit.
I have 16.
Yeah, they do.
14.
They're very. The Turkish government
And then
is
you see
trying
the
to.
Greek rafale. The
Fuck
Greeks
the
I had a
Turkish
Greek
rafales.
waiter. I had a Turkish waiter over the weekend when I was in Niagara Falls at a restaurant I was eating. Very nice
They
kid.
found their way all the way to Niagara. the
Yeah,
Turks,
we
huh?
were very nice guy, and he was talking about that. He goes, "It's the fucking politicians." He was saying the same thing. He goes,
Yeah,
we don't." He goes, "No
Oh,
one
yeah.
wants him too." He's like, "No one wants to fucking fight. No one wants bloodshed, this and that." But that's all they do is they promote extreme nationalism, kill them, kill that.
It
So we're
serves
talking
their
about how
purpose. It
it
serves their
doesn't serve
agenda.
us. It's always us that dies.
Yeah, well, I met when I went down also in 2014 and 2015. I met Turkish people, and it completely changed
Your perception.
my perception
Yeah.
because I thought it was like the government.
It's
you
like
know?
with the politicians,
But then I
yeah.
met them and I saw they were chill, laid back, and we were talking about it. And they're like, nah. We're like, they're very business oriented. They
Yeah,
they
dude,
have families and they want to, you know. I was like,
They're
oh,
not
fuck.
that different from us.
Even
Not
him,
different
even
at
the
all.
Turkish guy there, the waiter, he was even telling me, he goes, "We don't want him there." He goes, he fucks the elections. He goes,
Yeah.
"That's the only reason why he's there." He goes, "We hope that he loses." Now there's like a ultra progressive left that's trying to take over. He goes to get rid of him. He goes, "It's fucking. We don't want him there."
Southeast Europe is fucking the funniest thing to
Bro, I
me
saw-
because we're all constantly bitching about each other and hating on each
I
other.
saw TikTok
But we're all the fucking
yesterday that was so,
so similar.
inaccurate. You know what it wrote? It showed like, you know, Mr. Bean, the thing of stealing culture. And it said the Balkans.
Mr.
It had the
Bean?
Greek flag in it.
Yeah.
And it goes stealing. And then it had culture from the Ottoman Empire. And I was like, bro, you fucked, bro. We were literally there. You just showed up from Mongolia and we don't like that culture. We didn't take anything. What the fuck are you talking about?
We
They
rejected that
"Who is-"
culture.
Yeah, we reject that culture for 400 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just shocking to me that they're rewriting
Greek-
history. They
that's
think that the
ridiculous.
Ottomans existed before the Greek. It's
That's
mind
nuts.
like no one has internet
Yeah.
connection. No one has a book.
That's 1984 shit.
It's crazy.
It's not 1984.
It is
shit.
1984
It is 1984
shit.
shit.
It
It's
is
rewriting
1984
history. Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I don't know about that.
No,
Yeah.
but they're literally trying to rewrite history. They're literally pulling a 1984.
The idea that
Crazy.
somehow Greece appropriated Ottoman culture
It's absurd.
is
That's
silly
insane.
on two levels. One, because we were there before. Two,
What you said about it.
yeah, well, that's the obvious one. Second, Greeks, especially in the early years of the Ottoman Empire, when the Ottoman Empire was rich and expanding and doing cool stuff, because it was at one point,
Yeah.
we were deeply ingrained into the fucking structure. Like, they're just like, well, we like what you guys are doing. We're going to keep doing it, but we're going to rebrand.
Yeah.
And
It's like
we're
the
also-
Romans.
That's,
Yeah.
So like we like that shit. We're gonna do it too.
Yeah,
We're gonna,
yeah. It's just like that's a silly statement. It's fucking. But I'll go back to what I was saying. The idea that we're all fighting with each other and there's someone going Greek, Yunani, Stani, still Ottoman culture. Those guys, we're all
Those are
this-
cave dwellers.
yeah, they're cave dwellers in Cappadocia. They have the caves. It's nice, but we're all so similar. Like the fact that Southeastern Europe never got together and been like, look, I know some of you are Muslim, some of you are Christians, but like realistically, we all share borders and we get along pretty well. We like each other's food. Let's get together against the rest of Europe in case they ever fuck with us. Like the fact that that never happened is because Europe made sure it never happened. Because a united Southeastern Europe, like the Balkans and West Turkey, Europe could never fuck with. They'd have their own currency. It'd be stronger than anyone's. Access to the east, access to the north. That's why it's always been balkanized, because Europe can't stand
Balkanized.
for it.
Yeah.
I've met, I think, like in high school, I met a Turkish guy, and he became a good friend of mine, actually.
Yeah, bro. It's all
Same-
Human beings are human beings.
I've only...
This is all bullshit. They're trying to divide human. Bro, vaccinated, not vaccinated,
Yeah.
black, white, Chinese, all the Swiss. No, they don't fall in that category. But everyone
sir.
else are all equal. They're all good. You're gonna find more good people than bad
Yeah,
in
obviously.
countries, but you also now you're gonna find more dumb than smart, which is the hard part.
That is the hard part.
But yeah,
Because dumb and bad are close. They're
Don't-
like right next to each other.
I've only ever had one guy that was Turkish who wanted to fight me because I was Greek.
oh, that happened to me too in high school. But these are
in high
kids,
school.
bro. You don't know
Yeah,
any better.
exactly. But even him, I ended up befriending him. He ended up
Yeah.
befriending him. He was like, "Oh fuck, the Greek is cool." You
Also,
know?
the Slavs.
The
Don't
Greek
trust
is
the
cool.
fucking Slavs, bro.
I
Like
trust the
Olga,
Slavs.
you don't trust these fucking Slavs.
Oh, these fucking.
Go check if there's someone at the door. My agent's supposed to come in. I think she's early.
Yeah, I trust the Southern Slavs more than I trust the fucking
Have
Northern
her
Slavs.
sit if she's there in the couch, and then we'll give her a tour.
The Yugoslavia. I think I've spoken about this about Jugo. I'm gonna keep mispronouncing Yugoslavia. One, I missed the Yugo. That was a fun car. So rest in peace, Yugoslavia. Two, The Weight of Chains. There's 3 of them. Really interesting documentary about the fall of Yugoslavia.
The
and how-
Yugos.
Yeah, but I think we've spoken about it, and you were like, "That's nonsense, communist propaganda," because he was talking about how capitalism destroyed. Because capitalism took root inside of Yugoslavia, and people were like, "No."
Bro,
Capitalism.
capitalism built everything that we
Yeah,
have.
yeah,
Except
bro.
for
Capitalism
Yugoslavia.
is
If you
the
look
shit.
at, if you look at Just look at the United States, bro. All those
Capitalism, listen to
buildings.
me. Everyone. Capitalism is the greatest thing ever. However,
It's not the greatest
It-
thing that ever will be.
no, because everything
Yeah.
evolves.
Nothing will
right
ever be
now,
perfect.
Nothing will ever, but
You don't know
capitalism
that.
is the shit. But what happened was it was co-opted. It was taken over by private interests. Most of the same people that have been ruling the
Privateers.
world for 100 to 200 years. The Rothschilds.
Been
and such.
hijacked.
Yeah. It's been hijacked. It's been hijacked. It's the greatest fucking thing we've ever had so far. It was hijacked and it's morphing into like a weird communism, socialism type of thing. And they're still calling it capitalism.
It's like pseudo free market socialism. That's
Yeah.
where we're at, I think. Is that's pretty apt.
Didn't we decide that monopolies are the problem? Monopolies are only the problem if you're not friends with them, because that's what happens. Like in Canada. In Canada, we had talked about it. Monopolies, they're all very dangerous, but we have all our telecommunications is all technically a monopoly because they work.
Oligarchies.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Our oligarchs are companies and brands, not individuals. That's the only difference
Nah.
in Canada. We're basically
Yeah,
Russia.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's turning into fuck. What was the word?
Oh,
Capitalism
1984?
is the goddamn shit. And another thing that you people need to understand: America.
America.
Before
Fuck yeah.
before 9/11, after 9/11, shit changed.
Yeah.
America was the goddamn greatest country that this world has ever seen. I'll tell you why. Most progressive. You can go there in the 90s, bro. You could be Indian
Yeah.
and barely speak the language, learn and be prosperous. Okay, it was really the American dream was real up until 9/11, and then the Bushes and the whole Patriot Act and all that shit. Everything changed.
Yeah.
But before that, it was the greatest fucking place. Now
We never appreciated it.
we never appreciated it. We always talk shit. Even though we took everything from them, we always talk shit. Not me. I always loved America. So
I like America.
I went through a period of hating America because I had a lot of Muslim friends.
yeah.
So because
He was radicalized.
yeah,
Yeah.
but because they hated
That's amazing.
because they
Poseidon's
hated
in a cave.
because they
He had a
hated
neck beard, and he was like, "Bro, you know what the problem is with Americans, bro? Too many bitches voting."
but because they hated
That's why
America.
he still wears the crossbody.
because they hated America, I was like, these were my boys. So I was like, yeah, fuck America. But then I grew older, I became an adult, and I was like, wait, hold on, I love America. What are
Yeah,
you talking
America's
about?
the shit.
They have
America's the
Chick-fil-A,
shit.
bro. They have
You don't like
Chick-fil-A.
American politics, but every politician is a piece of
Yeah,
garbage.
there you go.
Yeah,
American
every politician.
American
That's
politics
true.
is
There's
what
no
I
good Greek
never liked.
politician.
I do
There's
have
no
my
good-
issue with the United States in its modern form today, contemporary United States. As an idea at its inception, I think it's one of the
The
greatest.
greatest thing ever.
things. Possibly the greatest. thing.
USA, USA,
Oh,
USA.
Oh, no. Oh,
I
USA.
am
oh,
a
USA.
real American.
I
Fight for the rights of every man.
Yeah,
I
but
am a real American.
My real issue with America-
Fight for your rights. Fight for your life.
we're still going. We're still going.
Bow, 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 bow.
I don't get the reference.
You know,
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Bow, 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 now, now, now. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
when I
My
first
issue
heard
with
that
modern
song,
America
Yes, tell
is
me.
the education system because the last 50 years,
the public education
like
system.
being the best, fucked them.
Yes.
Being so awesome hurt their national psyche. And like I've met rural Americans.
Mike Ward has the best. Mike Ward described America the best.
Go for it.
The USA is an old hot chick.
What do you mean?
Doesn't know she's old. Was hot, still dresses the same. It's like, I'm the fucking hottest. Like, bitch, you're 73 and you got Botox and you don't look the way you used to look, doll. That's what it is.
That's
That's
a
what happened.
very good
Yeah, it's a
analogy.
very good analogy because that's what
That
happened.
is.
And these fucking kids growing up there, the woke ones, they're ruining America.
But I can't say it better than Mike did now. Abierta la puerta.
Aberta la puerta.
Ouvre la porte.
The better option.
just doesn't realize that they're past their prime. You're right. I had a whole thing, but Mike ruined me. Damn you, Mike. You're not even here.
Mike, it's the best analogy.
Damn dirty
He came up with it.
lesbian.
He knows what he's talking about. Yeah, Mike. Oh yeah, I got a message, Mike, now actually.
Yeah, message
All
him, why
right.
not?
So we're gonna wait for Sign to get in, but we'll end it early since I have a meeting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Bow, bow,
Yeah,
bow,
I gotta
bow.
return a bunch of calls.
Oh, I thought I gotta return a bunch of product.
No, actually, I did to return a pair of shoes. Do you want to talk about shoes for 2 minutes before
Talk
we leave?
about shoes for 2
So,
minutes.
yo, I've been on a quest for like 3 months to find the perfect summertime shoe.
I'm proud of you.
So I can take it to Greece
Yeah.
and be comfy and fly.
Summertime.
And I'm a
shoes.
Nike fan. I like to enjoy the Nikes.
Who doesn't?
Nike sizing is all over the fucking place.
You're telling
Literally
me.
the same shoe that I've been wearing for years. Now I just buy them in new colors every couple of seasons.
Yeah,
No longer fits. The
yeah.
next size too big.
What a coincidence.
Well, you happen to you too?
Yeah, that's
Really?
why I moved to Adidas.
I think.
and I never looked back.
I don't like the strap on these. That's because they feel
You
heavy.
could take this out, the strap, by the way. It's
Oh,
optional.
it's not sewn in?
No.
Bro, I'm gonna buy them at lunch. I'm done. That's
Yeah,
it.
I just put it because it holds the laces together because they're long laces.
I'm gonna do my lace tuck thing that I do.
Yeah, no.
It's the way trans men
Yeah,
put
look.
their dicks behind.
This comes off.
On both sides?
On both sides, yeah.
Oh, I'm buying them today.
Yeah, and you don't have to do anything. It's just
Yeah.
Velcro.
And they have that vibe, that like 70s, 80s vibe.
I like mine. I look
like
cool
that.
on stage. I have this.
I'm gonna
three
buy the
different-
white ones.
I have all white that I put on stage. I have like this, the blue, and instead of blue, I have black.
I think I might do a white and that like beigey color that's popular now.
Yeah?
You know what I'm talking about, like kind of cream.
Baji.
Beige.
Okay.
Well, Poseidon,
Poseidon, cue us out, baby.
cue us out because
Yeah.
we're busy men.
So, people of the internet, check us out. PantelisComedy.com, Patreon.com/Pantelis. Don't forget, subscribe. Tell your friends about us, unless your friends are Swiss. We don't want any more of them. They're dangerous people.
The Helvets?
Extremists,
The
if you will.
Helveticas?
The Helveticas, yes. Phil, BalBanos.com. Get Phil to
Hello.
make a video and or commercial for you today or tomorrow, whenever
if
you need
do
it,
need
really.
something, call me in the next 72 hours. I'm booking up my last 3 weeks and then I'm fucking off to the motherland.
He's fucking off to the motherland, where his mother tongue is from, the land of Elas. So Phil, BalBanos.com, podcaster, filmmaker, father, and general sad man. Phil,
sad.
bald,
Bald.
also accurate.
Very
Poseidon is online, ThePoseidon69 on Twitter and on Instagram. He's also available on Twitch, twitch.tv/ThePoseidon69. Make sure you sign up to his Twitch channel. He'll be Twitch streaming shortly, probably tonight if he's lucky. Again,
Tonight is in bed,
Patreon.com/Pantelis.
actually.
New episode of 2 Drink Minimum drops in 10 minutes wherever you get your podcasts. It's already up on YouTube. It will be up on all audio platforms at noon today. Poseidon will be back on Patreon tonight, live with In Bed with Poseidon. Alex, Viron Poseidon, giving you the skinny on what their lives have been going through this past week. So In Bed with Poseidon, live tonight at 8:30, I believe.
9.
9 p.m. live on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Pantelis. You can come watch me if you're bilingual this summer. Juste pour rire. 2 showings of my hour, July 21st and 23rd, and then the big show on the 28th, the French Nasty Show, Le Rebelle. Tickets are available for all those shows. Links are in the description. Thank you guys. Good morning, and go fuck yourselves.
Goodbye.